Hey everybody, it's Saturday and that means it's role-playing day again. Hooray!
Yay!
Oh.
And
Cough.
we are starting a new game. Hooray!
Hooray!
Again.
Well,
it's new.
yeah.
It's new and similar at the same time.
Yes.
Got it.
Nick can't be with us as much this summer because he's working on most Saturdays. He'll be available for some, and we'll be doing D&D or other stuff with him
He's a
when he's available.
baseballer.
Yes, he's working at a baseball stadium. Cool. At any rate, we are doing Champions 5th Edition, set in the Star City universe, in Star City itself. The basic thing is, this is going to be set sometime after the Sentinels started doing it. The Sentinels were the first sort of established heroes in Star City, after, because Dr. Knight basically put together the team and sort of recruited them to build the team. And now that they've been established, and it looks like the vigilante laws aren't being as heavily enforced, as long as the heroes are being not complete, assholes. And the NSCA
Are you saving people? Yes. Are you being a chode? No. Okay.
Are you making the police's life too difficult? Do the NSCA want to bring you into, do the NSCA hate your guts? No? Okay, we probably want to arrest you then. So more heroes have come out of the woodwork. And the player characters in this game are most of the player characters in this are going to be some of those heroes that have come out and started doing more superhero-y stuff. It's weird. At any rate, so let me get the. There we go. So the campaign doc that I've had up before will still be available. Will still be all applicable.
Right.
There's some stuff I'll have to add to it later. Most notably, an organization which you guys will run into in this session because I haven't had them in there yet. Actually, hang on a second. I need to fix one thing here. Actually, yeah. Oh, hang on a second. I know what I'm doing wrong. Sorry, I just needed to fix the capture here.
Uh-huh.
And nope, I need to fix it slightly more. Sorry, I just realized I've changed a couple of things on my settings here and didn't adjust for that. Hang on.
Oops.
Dope.
There we go. That works. All right. So, it is, of course, a fine day in Star City. You guys happen to be in the same general vicinity on the streets when, basically all hell breaks loose.
I hate Mardi Gras.
Not in that kind. Not in the good sort of way. You notice that what happens is, I'm trying to think how to describe this. A bunch of sort of unmarked, fairly high tech looking sort of flying vehicles sort of come flying into the city, and start disgorging troops in sort of combat armor.
Oh, hey, it's that plot thread that got left hanging.
No.
Are they brightly colored combat armor with like red and blue with like Cobra symbols on them?
No. Okay. Not at all. Originally, it was going to be in green and gold, but I decided to because I was originally going to use a different organization. I was going to use an official organization from Champions, and then wait, I have this other organization. They're in much darker colors than that, but the tokens don't reflect that. You'll get a better view of it. So you should all copy your tokens and go over to the city street map.
City streets. There it is.
And I just realized I misnamed one of my maps. Hang on a second, I need to fix that.
Oh, hey, I remember this street.
And where are we
on
going
the
to be located?
I'll tell you in a second.
I'm on the
Also,
sidewalk.
would I already be like in a vehicle here, or would I be?
All right, so you guys should be sort of in the you should guys be down. You don't have to be quite that far down, but yeah, somewhere in that general vicinity on the street. Sketch one of those cars could be your car, sure.
Yeah.
The reddest cop on the force. It goes 3 times faster.
All
The
right.
problem is that the only other blue car. I wouldn't necessarily be down here, but up here would be pretty bad for me to be.
Would you
at
like
the
to, you can,
start.
if you'd like to swap the
So,
cars around, Sketch, that's perfectly
Would be
fine.
kind of funny for me to get that close.
Sketch, sorry, I forgot to push talk there. Sketch, if you'd like to swap the blue car with the red car, feel free.
Well, yeah, I'll swap them this way here. My luck powers allow me to change the location of vehicles arbitrarily based on needs.
Sketch, also, you should roll your luck dice at the start of the session.
Oh, right.
Real
My
close to
luck.
the curve there.
Let me double
Curve.
check the luck dice. In my case, I have. Double check my thing. Oh yes, 5d6. All right.
So just roll 5d6, total it up. That's how many points you can adjust rolls by for the session.
All right,
So
20.
you've got 20 points to play with for the session.
Better than average, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit better than average.
Yeah.
Very slightly, but yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's not worse than average.
So what you guys see are a bunch of guys in armor. There are 2 groups of 5 definitively on the street. You notice that they are sort of moving in groups. Each of them has they all have sort of high-tech rifles of some sort. The guys in the middle have particularly high, much larger, bigger guns.
That's because they're Space Marines.
That's because I couldn't find a good image for. These were originally going to be Viper agents, which is the Hydra analog from Champions, but I remember the organization I wanted to use. You note that if you sort of go down in order, all of them are wearing sort of dark armor, but they all have a single red letter on the front of their chest. The first, and they going from left to right, it is DOOM exclamation point.
Awesome.
They work for the nefarious agency of Doom.
So I'm going to guess that the one with the exclamation point is the commander, so they are just Captain Bang.
No, actually, they've got O's on them.
You have to read it in order.
DOOM exclamation point.
Correct. The guys up above do not have. It just says Doom. It just has like the sort of stylized D logo on their chest. It's very stylized. They all have a stylized sort of D with like a dagger through it or something like that. But they're the air cavalry agents. They're the guys with jetpacks. They fly.
I just like
Good
this.
for them.
Yeah, my character's car has its lights flashing.
So yes, you see a bunch of them. They are menacing people, and it sounds like there is weapons fire going throughout the city. What is happening is it looks like Doom is attacking Star City. Oh no! Why are they attacking Star City? Who knows? Maybe you'll find out. You're guessing that the NSCA is From what you can tell, the cops are responding. The NSCA is responding. Other superheroes are responding. But you guys have to deal with these Doom agents here. So we get to start combat off. Eric, if you want to be a little bit further forward, you can. You too, Ward, if you want.
I'm just gonna say that
If you don't, that's
They're
also
all
fine.
in range, as is.
True, but well, we'll see. Anyways, all right. So the important thing is,
I guess I'll take cover behind the car here.
sure, sure, that's fine. All right. So here's the important bit. So we are starting up here Hero System combat, and traditionally, Hero System starts on post segment. It starts on segment 12 of the turn. Each turn is broken up into 12 segments. You get a number of actions per turn equal to your speed stat.
Mm-hmm.
I've noted down in your things which phases you act on after your speed stat for the Genesis tokens I built. So I didn't do it for the bad guys, unfortunately, because I forgot to. But they're easy. They're speed 3. They act on 4, 8, and 12.
I am twice as fast as them.
Yes, they're mooks. These guys are normal dudes in power armor. Well, not power armor, in battle armor.
Combat armor.
Combat armor. The heavy weapons guys have slightly heavier armor than the mooks, as you can tell.
I hope so.
At any rate, so to segment 12, and we start the turn off there, and then we'll wrap around to segment 1 after. We'll start the next turn on 1. Nobody has speed 12, so that won't come up. But the only way to act on speed 1 on segment 1 is if you have speed 12, which is very, very expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Because that means that you act every phase.
Yes, it would.
That means you're
A
the
speed
Flash.
Even the Flash wouldn't have speed 12. I built Flash. I don't know, moot point, but so we should actually describe what each of you guys see. There is Detective Trenton Riley, who's just getting out of his squad car. He is a police detective. He looks like a normal guy. Sketch, you can give sort of description if you'd like, or what have you.
The visuals are kind of what the tokens sort of indicate. You know, he looks a little. He's probably in his mid-30-ish. He's lived in Star City for most of his life. He's worked in the police force for pretty much the entirety of his professional career, and he's not very high up in the police force per se, mainly because he enjoys actually being on the streets to deal with things. But yeah, the main thing that's sort of striking about him is how well regular he looks in the scheme of things, especially for someone who is sort of casually getting out of his car in front of the various Doom agents before him.
I was kind of hoping that when you were doing the introduction, he's just your average guy. He likes long walks on the beach and going to the movies.
All right.
He likes
Eric?
pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
No.
All right, Eric. Why don't we go next with you? Is Grog currently in his disguise
He's
form?
currently in his human form, which means he's about 6 feet tall and dressed like a friggin' 1914 street tough, like suspenders, a work shirt with the sleeves rolled up, slacks with work boots, a red bowler, and his bag full of groceries chest exploded from a stray bullet, so he's very upset.
All right.
That's actually a question. Are these dudes using ballistic or energy
No, they're
weapons?
using energy weaponry.
Energy weapons.
So it's
okay.
a blaster bolt for Eric, but
Okay. Which means my milk instantly curdles and now stinks. Now I'm very upset.
Word, why don't you go next?
Oh, good.
Alrighty, I am playing Ekaterina Volkov, and she is a maid to a local business mogul named Maximus Kaisar. And
That is the best name ever.
I had a feeling you'd like that one. And under his employ, she has been doing the good work in the streets. And dealing with something like this, that's in her job description. She uses two very specially custom-made Desert Eagles and knows how to use them.
That's sort of an understatement. And Alice.
I'm just some woman walking down the street in a lab coat.
Oh boy.
Well, this is going to explode in our faces.
All
Until I
right.
throw a car.
Who has the highest dex, you guys? I believe that's Word.
Yeah, I've got 23 decks.
Yeah, yours is... Yeah, I
All
only
right,
got
Word,
20.
you are up first.
Okay. So, quick question about combat.
Yep.
Since I'm here behind the car, would I have quote-unquote cover?
Yes,
direct
you
attacks?
would. You would have some sort of cover, I think. Let me double check the actual rules on it. It's you will have some cover, yes.
All right. In that case, for the time being, I'm going to stay where I am. And, well, there's a bunch of dudes, and they're in formation. So I'm going to fire an exploding bullet over at this guy right here.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just want to double check the cover rules before I forget.
Yeah. I also forgot what we said about the fact that I have 2 guns. I forgot. It's been a while since we went over that.
Basically, if I remember correctly, we're just sort of we're not gonna just effectively most of your powers you're using both guns simultaneously to achieve your effects effectively. But
Okay.
you can't be completely since we paid a few extra points for the second gun. You can't be you can't be as easily disarmed.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah. Explodey bullet at this guy right here.
All right. So you're attacking him. You're shooting an AOE set at that hex.
Yes.
All right. You're
Just target 3 or whatever.
yes. The hex has DCV 3. So how are you allocating your combat skill levels?
Since I am much faster than these fools, and that's more by virtue of the fact that I know that I'm fast than any engagement of their ability, and I'm also in cover, I'm gonna go all offense on this.
Okay.
So
still
that's
checking
going
something.
So that's going to be my offense combat value is going to be set at 12 for this.
All right.
8, variable 4 is being put towards all offense.
All right. So how far measure the distance?
I brought up the interface, so I'm just going to do the roll here. From where I am,
You're almost certainly hitting, but
yeah, that doofus over there is 27 hexes away.
all right. So that puts you in the 27 puts you in the -6 category.
And I have 6 points of offset range penalty.
Right. So you have no penalties for range.
Yep. Yeah, I can peg a thing at.
Right. So you hit DCV 19 or worse. You hit the hex.
Right.
All right. Actually, Word, your sort of thing that calculates where it does the individual dice is going to be helpful for this. So roll your damage. So it's an 8-6 explosion, correct?
That it is.
All right. So the dude in the middle takes the full 8-6.
All right. So dice number 8. I rolled crap.
All right. So he takes the full 25 stun. So he takes 10. Give me. Let me get. I need to find something. I need something to write this down on. Hang on. Yarg. I know I forgot one thing. God damn it.
Desktop notepad.txt.
Unfortunately, doing that means it gets in the way of my various notes that I already have up, so I prefer doing it on actual paper. All right, so
Yeah,
that is heavy weapons 2.
And now Mecha is unable to push to talk while writing on notepad.
All right, so you did 10 stun after his defenses, it looks like.
Okay.
And that means he takes 10 stun.
Okay.
The 7 body bounces off his armor, so he doesn't take any body damage.
Okay.
All right, we'll worry about knockback in a second. All right. So the way explosion works is and this is actually why the individual dice thing is actually good for this. And I'm glad I just remembered this. Is
I
the
knew it was a good idea to have it.
yeah, the people in the next hex out take a die less damage, and you drop the highest die, and you keep doing that as you move further out.
All right, so there are 3 die. There are 3 hexes out, so then we drop a 5, a 3, and a 5.
So that is 13 less. So they take 12.
They're taking 12.
So they take 2
and
each.
then 5 body.
Yep. The body will go kerplink. All right. So that's which
The
one?
body is supposed to be D6s, right?
Everything. This is all d6s. Yeah.
I just haven't seen anything but 1s, 0s, and 2s on the body.
The body damage is based on what you rolled on the individual d6s.
Ah, okay.
So so body damage in here. So the stun on a normal damage attack for people who are watching. The body damage, the stun on a normal attack, you take stun damage equal to the total you roll in the d6s. Body damage, which is stun is how much damage it takes to knock you out. Body damage is how much body damage takes to injure you to the point where you're dying basically. You take 1 body damage for each die that in the attack, +1 for every 6 you roll, -1 for every 1 you roll. So it averages out to 1 body per die, but there's with some variance. So they all take 2, so that's 5 through 8. Okay. All right, and now, technically speaking, you do get to do knockback, technically. Roll knockback for Agent 2 first. He does not go anywhere. The other 3, just roll 1 knockback die, one knockback -5 for the other guys. They don't go anywhere either. Okay. Was not a particularly booming explosion.
No, that one was kind of a dud, honestly.
All right, so you're done. Since you took your attack action, that ends your phase.
Right.
Next highest dex is either Trenton or Grorg. You're both dex 20, so that ties. Who has the higher, I believe, intelligence after this point?
Almost certainly Skitch's character.
It's
I've got 10.
actually it was rolling it. It's rolling a d6.
Oh, just roll a d6. That's right. Yes. So each of you roll
Okay.
a d6,
Highest goes first.
or you could choose who acts first. Obviously. Okay, Skitch goes first.
Okay, so my character's initial plan, is not to pull his gun and fire, but to advance on them a little bit.
Okie dokie.
For the purpose
After
of
an explosion happened.
yeah. I'm putting all my combat skill value into defense, so my DCV is going to be 10 for the time being.
Alrighty.
So I'm just going to advance. How far can I move in one?
Well, it should list in your character sheet. I believe you don't have any particular movement powers, so your base run is, I believe, your base running speed is 6 squares, 6 axes.
I gotta
Yes.
step away. I'll be back.
It says total 7 inches.
Oh, right. I bought you an extra point. That's right. So you can move 7 as a full move. If you want to still take an action, you can half move and save a half phase action for something. You can move 4 hexes.
Yeah, I'm just going to advance for effectively while saying it's like sort of him saying it's like all right, boys. Look, we can just put down your arms. We can take this down to the station, talk through this, and follow you effectively without anyone being hurt. He's sort of oblivious of what's happening behind him as he's advancing on them.
All right. Well, they don't look like they're throwing down their arms. I mean, although if you want to try to convince them to do that, I guess you could make a presence attack if you'd like, Skitch.
My presence is not particularly strong, but I could attempt one.
What's your presence is what, 25? I think 20 or so.
20? No, it's 20.
That's not that. That's actually pretty
That's
good.
still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right. So what you do is you roll your base presence
46.
attack is 4d6.
Right.
There are some limitations in this issue. You'll have some penalty. There are modifiers depending on the situation. There's a
Sure.
base penalty of 1d6 for it's in combat.
Mm-hmm.
They currently outnumber you, and you've not demonstrated anything beyond you're a cop.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to dock you another die 6. So if you want,
So
but
2d6.
on the plus side, presence attacks are free actions. So
Right. So it's a 2d6 roll in this case.
yep,
All right. 4.
yeah,
No,
they're not
nothing's-
impressed.
Yeah, whatever.
You're trying to convince them to do that. They're not even paying any attention to you. They're like, yeah, whatever, copper.
Yeah, and then and finding weakness, does that take an action to do?
That is a half phase action. Yes.
Okay. So I could actually do a half phase action to, like, I don't know, Doom Agent 6, for example,
Sure.
to use find weakness. Now, things I have to declare, what am I actually reducing when I do find weakness, correct? After I do my check to see if it even succeed.
You make your roll. I don't. Let me double check that. I don't. No, you just. It's for all your attacks. So just.
Okay, because all my attacks, right? It's just which of his, and it doesn't matter which of his defenses it affects. It's just I rolled a 12, which is lower than 14. I'm able to notice something about him as I look him down.
Yes. I do believe it does suffer range penalties, but you're in the -2 category, so you're fine.
Right.
Here we go. Right, you have to choose whether it's their normal defenses, their resistant defenses, or don't worry about it.
Right.
You're probably looking at their armor, which is their resistant defenses.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to worry too much about that.
Mm-hmm.
Suffer range penalties. Yes, range modifier factors in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I think you just leaked out into -4 category. So you're 9 hexes away.
Okay, for between me and him.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
-4.
Okay, so whatever.
Moot point. Their defenses aren't that high to begin with, so.
Right.
All right. So next up is Grorg.
Okay, so Grog's gonna let the glamour drop. So now he's an 8-foot tall troll.
All right. So all right.
And he's gonna shout something in Old Norse that roughly translates to "I hate having to clean up milk." And I'm gonna move through Agent 6, try to slam him into Agent 5.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Is there a reason why I shouldn't?
Well, how are you? What are you doing to do a move through with this? I mean,
I'm going to do the avalanche riding and shoulder check him. Is that bad?
Well, if you hit, you might turn him into chunky salsa with your full strength.
Well, probably not with my full strength. I don't want to kill him.
Yeah. How far away?
Because it's based on how far I move, which means I'm just gonna like splatter him all over the place.
It's based on velocity, so you gain velocity for
Right.
gain like 5 inches of velocity for each hex you move. So.
Peter.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I wasn't pushing the button there. I'm sorry. Yeah, you basically your velocity. It's based on velocity damage, and you gain velocity for each hex you move.
Right.
So yeah, I would not use your avalanche riding on mooks as a general rule of thumb.
Okay.
Your move through. But how far away are you?
16 hexes.
All right, and let me take a look at your character sheet for a second. Yeah, your jump is only 12, so you will have to use your avalanche riding to get there.
Yeah.
And you can't get to them in a single move, a half move and attack.
Right.
But you could just try to get close. I mean, at any
Yeah.
rate.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll just I'll avalanche a half move. It's 13, and then throw up a wall in front of me.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Now I have cover.
Let me double check your. Where's Gorg? There he is.
Because it's Earth Walls is a 46 entangle.
Oh yeah, you could actually just entangle the guy.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Who would you like to entangle? It's a ranged attack power. So.
Let's hit the heavy weapon guy.
All right. Okay, so what I need you to do is roll to hit. You
Right.
are -2 for range, so.
So
And-
my OCV would be 5 then. Because I'm going to be
Yes.
eating a lot of fire, so I'm going to dump it all into defense.
Okay, you want to put it all into defense. That's fine. All right, so OCV 5, their DCV is 5.
6, I'm pretty sure hits.
It does. All right, so roll your 4d6 for your entangle. Just use the normal one and count the body. We'll pay attention to the body. So just use the normal damage one. So 4
So
body,
4 damage.
average. All right. So he is entangled. The earth rises up the ground and basically engulfs him up to his shoulders. By the way, this is why entangles are awesome. You're about to find out. So he basically can't move or use anything that requires his arms until he breaks free, or he's broken free. Now the entangle does protect him. It gives him the entangle has def 4, which means you have to do at least 4 points, do at least 5 damage to do any damage to the entangle. But that also provides him with 4 points of extra armor, effectively. That said, it also has 4 bodies, since that's what you rolled on the body there. So you have to do 4 points of damage past the defenses to get out.
I'm back.
Yep. So I'm going to.
Bullet points on what I missed.
The Gorg's a troll
Combat.
now.
Gorg has gone into troll form. So, Eric, why don't you describe... Well, you can see, everyone who's watching can see Gorg's troll form. He is a big, sort of bluish-green skinned troll with horns. He's still wearing his bowler hat.
Because the bowler hat's awesome. It's sort of lichen green hair and a beard.
And a tail.
And a tail. Yes, because trolls have tails.
Right.
So I decided. It's sort of
he-
a liony tail.
About how tall is Gorg?
He's a bit over 80 feet.
And thoroughly massive.
Yeah, because he's a troll.
Yes, as an aside, the street does take some damage as Gorg goes sort of rock sliding across
Yeah,
it.
there's sort of a wave comes up under him, and he sort of surfs it in, and which completely wrecks the pavement.
Yeah. It does surprisingly. It's less completely damaging than it would be on most normal streets, because Star City's actually been engineered around the concept that superheroes exist and fight in cities. Since it was leveled completely in a big super battle before, but you still do damage to the street because that's what happens. And yes, so
And then big columns of rock come up and imprison the guy with the heavy gun.
Yep, and he so basically he cannot use his gun until he breaks free, which is not going to be easy. All right, Alice, you're up next. Because your dex, despite the fact your dex is 15, that is still technically better than the Doom Agents.
My dex is 18.
Oh, well, that's even better than the Doom Agents. Theirs is 14. They're really good for normal humans.
I can move 3 as a half thing, right?
Your speed is 6, yes, unless you want to use your swinging power. But you have to divvy up your points in your gun for that, so it's up to you.
No, because I'm going to walk up there and I'm going to pull out my Changeling Magnum and
Okay.
use Falter Magnum and drain one of Air Cavalry 1 and try to drain his dex.
All right. All right. He is 18 hexes away from you, so that puts you in the -6 to hit category.
My OCV is 6 itself,
Yep.
and I have +1 to ranged combat.
So your OCV is effectively 1 here.
Okay.
You miss.
Oof.
I will say this: it turns out, even if you rolled closer, they do actually get. I forgot to put the. While they are flying, they get +2 DCV because they are nimble and dodgy in the air. They're practiced with flying with their jetpacks.
I am not... yeah.
All right. Well, it is now the Doom agents' turns.
Doom.
Doom, 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 doom. Well,
I hope
okay.
you're shaking your fist whenever you say that.
Doom. Actually, I did the first time. Yes. All right. So I'm going to start with the air cavalry agents. They can fly. Their fly speed is 20, so they can half move 10. Whoosh. Whoosh. The air cavalry agents don't like the AoE blast attack from the maid. Also, you're an established superheroine, so they know you're a superhero, so they're going after you. There's some chick with a gun that missed, and a police detective. They are much lesser threats as far as they're concerned. Also, there's a troll, but they're expecting that the other agents are probably going to go after them, and they know they have the mobility to get near you, and you're far away. So,
I can throw. I can throw a car at them.
you could.
By all means. I didn't actually see these guys on the map. I just kind of glossed over them and missed them entirely.
I did
was
mention
wondering what you meant. I know you mentioned them, but I didn't see them.
Fair enough.
Kind of blend in, sort of, with the building scape.
They are all in the -6 range bracket. On the downside, their guns actually have scopes. So your DC is currently 8 word. And-
Yeah, my base is 8.
Yeah, the cover's not helping because they are up in the air.
Right.
They're jerks. There we go. All right, so they take aim and fire. All right, so their base CV is 5.
I'm going to assume that by take aim you don't mean an aim action.
Oh, for crying out loud, the hit numbers didn't copy over. Damn it. I know why I didn't. Fuck. Give me a second. Actually, I've got a better way to do this. Hang on a second. Alright, this should have worked. Yay, that worked. Alright, so let me double check. Their base CV is 5. They get +2 with their rifles. And the scope gives them what? +1 to hit, and +2 versus range modifiers. So they're effectively OCV 8 -4 for range, so it drops them down to 4. Not great odds, but better than nothing. That missed. That also missed, because they rolled average to below average. Oh well. But yes, blaster bolts go zorching by you and sort of make sort of divots in the pavement behind you.
I do not approve.
Yeah, yeah, I figured you wouldn't. Damn, I was hoping they'd hit. Well, I was hoping they got closer than that, honestly.
Pew 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 pew.
Alright, Heavy Weapons Agent 2 is going to attempt to break out using his amazing brute strength. He does not have amazing brute strength. But he is going to spend a little bit of extra endurance to push his strength to try to break out, because if he doesn't, he has no actual hope. So, normal damage. Uh, 4 body damage. That doesn't even dent the cage.
I'm just gonna leave him there for a while.
That's probably actually the right move. All right. Well, the Doom agents. I gotta double check something on multiple attackers because there's something involving that. I forget the exact mechanic for that. Hang on.
Oh, something like a combined range attack kind of deal.
There are a couple of tricks involving. There are a couple of different ways to do it. There's basically if you keep getting attacked by people all at once, if they're used to working as a group, they can get bonuses.
Focus fire bonus.
Yeah. Multiple attackers. The problem is it's been literally like at least 5 years since I've done this, so I'm a little rusty. I do apologize.
Yeah, this is the WD-40 session.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
373. That's not right. 8 maybe?
Doop-a-doop-a-doop.
Tuna sandwich.
Oh, not the tuna sandwich.
Oh, right. They actually can't do it because the guy who actually helps him do that is currently entangled and trying to break out. So never mind. It's like, oh, right, they need the guy with the teamwork skills to sort of lead them on that. That's how this is built for these guys in particular. But they are reasonably well trained, so they're going to move. They're going to move up a little bit so they get no range penalties on you, Grorg.
Yes. You're gonna shoot me, aren't you?
That's their plan.
Couldn't do it.
A little bit further.
Yes, move closer to the troll.
Well, they want to be at no range penalties, so. There we go. Alright, so. They are OCV 7, so they need 11s to hit you. Oh, right, the macro is broken. I'm just going to use one of the cavalry agents for the macro for this because, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
That misses. That hits you exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just going to roll for each of them and we'll deal the damage afterwards. Because they're basically firing simultaneously, they're just not getting the bonuses for it.
Right. Yeah, because my defense is 10 currently.
Right, so they're missing. Right, you're actually dodgy. That's really annoying for them.
Well, the 5 hits and the 4 hits.
No, they don't. Those are all misses.
Really?
That's the what DCV or worse they hit. The equal after the equal sign.
Oh.
Yeah, they missed you. They all missed you. Sucks to be them.
I didn't miss a troll. What the hell?
Eric's in full dodge mode. His DCV's 10 right now.
Impressive, ain't it? But
He's a very
troll.
The thing about him is he's like you look at him. He's like he's a big, slow, dumb troll. Except that he's speed 5 and dex 20 and is actually skilled at fighting, so he's good at dodging. Those guys are going to move up. Who are they going to shoot? Actually, they're not going to. Yeah, that's fine. They're going to move up to there. 2 of them are going to shoot at the 2 further back guys are going to shoot at Grorg because they're a bit too far away from the detectives to hit him. Realistically, the other 2 will shoot at the detective. So.
Pew, 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 pew.
Wow, they're all in the
Review.
-4 range. All of them are -4 range categories. That sucks for them.
I just keep hearing this -4 range category. I'm like, what's that?
Yeah, well,
It sounds beneficial.
so that drops down to a CV of 3. Sucks for them. Wrong button. Miss. Didn't hit the 3 there, sorry. Wow, they're rolling like ass.
Yeah, they're doing really badly. They are not
Alright.
good at their jobs.
Well, they're actually pretty good. It's just that you're actually in super dodge mode, and they're rolling really badly. Now the attacks on Skitch. Your DC's 10 now, also, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Nope.
I rolled one too many there, so moot point. But none of them hit you. You notice that they're basically doing sort of burst fire from their guns. They're firing up basically zip zip. This mode has a 2-shot auto fire. They can also go to full auto mode where they shoot 5 shots off, and I'll explain how auto fire works later. All right, the dude with the big gun moves. He really wishes he had a jetpack. He's going to shoot at Grorg also because,
Duh.
and because he's got the big gun. Let me double check. Right. Okay. He's got some extra bonuses to hit, fortunately. He also has a scope. Actually, does he want to do that instead? No, he's not going to do that right now.
From the chat, Mecha's dice haven't realized that rolling high on the 3d6 is bad.
Alright. Can he afford to do that? Yeah, alright, so he does have some extra bonuses beyond the usual. He's going to make a teamwork roll, though, first. And he has the correct macro set now. So 3 to 6 roll for his teamwork. Never mind. He's not getting the coordinated attack bonus. He was hoping that, if he'd made the roll, he'd actually get some bonus to hit because of all the dodging he had to do against everybody else's attacks.
Right.
But he failed. So he's not getting the teamwork bonus for this. This is how I built these guys, so his teamwork skill is a 12. But he's got platoon. How far away is he? -4. He does have some range penalty knocking off. He's got the plus. He's got sort of the range penalty cancellation stuff built into his suit and such. And he's a good shot. All right. So -4 for range, -2 for range because of the scope. Base 7, +1 for that. All right, so that's a very respectable 5. A somewhat less, not very respectable, but a somewhat respectable 5. But of course, he rolls a 12. Well, he fires off a burst of 5 shots from his heavy blaster rifle. Bolts of energy goes zorping by you, and the storefront takes a lot of damage. Right. Okay.
Hey, I like that place's ice cream.
Here. And that's it for the mooks. All right, so we are now in post-segment 12. We've ended the first round of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets their recovery back in stun and endurance that they spent or lost.
0.
Yep. And the recovery on him is...
I actually forgot to mark off what endurance I spent, but it doesn't matter because it all came back.
All right, so we wrap around to the start of the next turn. Segment 1, none of you act. Segment 2, the cleaner goes. Katarina.
Yep. Okay, so those dudes are flying above the buildings and they're shooting at me, and I don't like that.
I don't blame you.
Here's my question to you: how tall are these buildings?
They're sort of, they're a couple stories.
Okay.
So,
Checking something. For some reason, like on the PDF you gave me, there's just like this one huge freaking blank page, so I have to transition between it and
I don't know
my
why.
powers. I don't know what the balls. Alright, so would you say that it is 6.5 hexes tall or less?
Well, given that each hex is 2 meters, 6.5 hexes would be...
About 20 feet, I think.
Yeah, roughly. So... I'd say that some of them are... I'd say, given they're 2-story buildings, somewhere in that general category.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to step onto the trunk of this car and jump on top of the building right next to me.
Boing. Okay.
Because I am anime and I can leap like anime.
Yep. All right, you're on top of the building for that's your that's
gonna be my move action.
Is that the max distance max vertical you can jump?
Yes.
That would actually be that would be a full move for... Well, hang on. So, 6.5... Each hex is basically 6.5 feet. And you can jump 6.5 hexes, you said?
Vertically, yes.
So that's a little bit more. That's a little bit more than a half move is the unfortunate thing.
Oh well. I can live.
All right. Well, yeah, the depressing thing is you get to act on the same phase they get to act, so... You full moving up there actually doesn't matter. They can't shoot you until 4 when you act again.
Are there, on the tops of these buildings, are there kind of like little guardrails or whatever over here?
Would you like there to be?
Yeah, sure.
Then yes.
Alright, there we are. Now I will crouch down behind these things so that, oh hey, they're in the air. They're shooting down at me. Well, you know what? I'm up here now. Screw you. Oh yeah, that'll be me.
Oh, actually, no. Cass is right. Mathematically, I think I'm wrong. Yeah, that is a half move.
Oh hey. That
Because
works
it's
out
like
me.
6.5 feet. So yeah, it's roughly 20 feet up. Yeah, you can half move up there. So if you'd like to attack, you can.
Okay. All right then. This guy.
Sure.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
They're using jetpacks.
They are indeed.
If I were to use my immobilizing power, would that turn off the jetpack?
You have. It might. You don't know.
Okay.
It depends on
Let's
how.
try that.
So you're gonna
I
entangle him.
recommend aiming at the one farther away from me.
Okay. I can live with that.
This is purely so I might actually have a fucking shot at doing something in combat, rather than hiding on a wall, which was my plan at one point.
All right, so you're gonna attack the other guy. I think he's in the category of you still don't get range penalties. Yep.
Yeah, that one's 24 hexes. Translation, don't care.
You do accuracy very, very well. All right, so
When I say I know how to use them, I mean it.
yep. All right, so how are you
Alright,
spending
so
your
this
levels?
Alright, so I'm going to go half offense, half defense, since these guys are actively engaging me.
Sure.
Alright, so that's going to be OCV 10 against this guy with my glue shot.
All right.
I guess I'll just use the normal damage die or whatever.
Yes,
I think.
that's what you'll use. Roll to hit
Okay.
first, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that hits. His DC is currently 7.
I don't miss.
All right, so yep. Roll it.
Alrighty, so let's see here. Entangle is 6d6, and this is 6f, whatever that means.
That means it takes. You need to do at least. You need to do more than 6 damage to start doing damage to the entangle itself. So roll normal damage and just tell me we only worry about the body.
Okay. But, oops, wrong button.
So so it is a 7-body entangle, with def 6. All right. Good news. He can't shoot his gun right now. He's glued his arms to his body. The bad news is the jetpack is still working.
I was hoping he'd crash.
He's just gonna corkscrew around.
I was hoping it'd be kind of like Saints Row 4 where you freeze the flying things. They just go "Ugh!" Straight to the ground.
Nope.
Oh well.
But you have got his arms entangled. Yeah, he's I'm trying, he's gonna need help getting out of that, I think.
Alright, by the way, the line here is saying, actually I don't know what that means in general, it's on all my powers. What does OAF -1 mean?
Obvious accessible focus. That means
yes.
it's obvious what the source of your power is. Accessible
Yes.
means it can be taken away from you. Yes. Similarly, by the way, Word, if you're ever entangled, since you use foci and they require your hands,
Right.
you're in the same boat they are, so entangles are bad for you. Remember that.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I'm anime, of course I know that.
All right, so that is segment 2. Nobody else acts in segment 2. Segment 3, that is everybody, all the other players.
Just for clarity for those at home, Ekaterina's body is like strapped down with a bunch of weapon magazines, which you can see if you look at the handout. So basically, to go from shooting one ammo type to another ammo type, she switches the magazines out really damn fast.
Well, it's in genre, so it's not a problem. It's a zero.
She's just really good at it.
It's a 0-phase action to switch slots in your multi-power. So, meh.
Yep.
All right, Skitch, you were up first.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so that person is 6 away from me. This Agent 6 here.
Yes.
Is there a range penalty if I also try to find weakness on them?
Well, yeah, you're in the -2 bracket. Basically, Skitch, if you look at your character sheet, there's in the combat modifier section, it has the range brackets and tells you what the penalty for each range bracket is.
Oh, okay. All right.
So from 0 to 4 hexes, you have no penalty. From 5 to 8, you have -2. From 9 to 16, you take 4. And it doubles each time out and gives you a -2 for each doubling out.
Yeah, I guess I have to just advance closer anyway, so chance of being 4. I'll attempt to find weakness on Agent 6.
Okay.
That's 3d6 roll. 11.
You succeed.
Successful. And that's all I can basically do for the turn. Mechanically,
All right.
for phase, because well, I don't have enough left to do anything, right?
That is correct. You've moved and taken another action. You've used 2 half-phase actions, so you are
Right.
done.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Grorg.
Out of my way. Punch.
All right. So, Eric, you have 2 options for how to handle this if you don't want to splat him. You can
Okay.
either just choose to do not use your full strength, or you can do what's called pulling a punch.
Okay.
On the plus side, your odds are, even with your attack, you won't actually kill these guys. I believe they got, what's their defenses? Yeah, so you'll probably injure them if you punch them. Do body damage to them on average, because they've got 10.
Right.
You've seen guys in light body armor before. You know that your punches can actually like hurt them through it. You've got two options. You can either reduce the number of dice you're rolling, or you can do what's called pulling a punch, which means you'll have the body damage, but you take a -1 to hit.
We'll pull the punch because I'm more just backhanding that out of the way as I march towards the other heavy.
So you will do your so basically just have the body damage after you've rolled it. So roll to hit. You're at -1. How are you applying your levels?
So we're gonna keep being dodgy, but like I'm punching him, so that's
so you get your punch levels in that.
It's 9. That's 8.
All right, roll them. Yes, you hit him. His DCV is 5. So roll your damage. All right. So 50. He is out like a light. All right, and you do 13 body, which is halved to 7. Roll knockback. 7 body.
Okay.
So the
Normal damage knockback.
Well, no, you wait. You didn't do 15 body. No, it's the body damage you did on the roll. Not your body stat.
The knockback
Macro.
button. Crow.
That was a normal knockback.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
It looks like the macro is.
The macro is fucking broken? What the hell? Oh, for fuck's sake! I know what it's doing.
Yeah, it's pulling the body from the character token.
Yep, that's my bad.
As opposed to prompting
Yep.
the person for a variable.
Try it again, Eric.
Nope.
Make sure to reselect your character, Eric.
Oh, right.
I'll have to fix all the macros. Damn it.
There we go. But it's... What was it? 13 damage, so 6 or 7?
7.
Round up or down?
It's 7.
No push.
So he doesn't go anywhere, but he's unconscious.
Alright.
Now, technically speaking, depending on how far into negative stun you are, you still get recovery, sort of get back conscious. For most, but if you get negative enough, you enter what's called GM's option, and basically that's when the game master gets to declare when you get recoveries. For you guys, I will go by the rules for that. For mooks, if you drop them below 0, they're automatically GM's option.
Gotcha. Oh, and presence attacks are a free action, right?
Correct.
Alright, so, Heavy Agent 1. I am glaring at him going, come here.
All right. So it is. So your presence is 25, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 5 dice. -1 because it's combat. +1 because you are big scary troll. +1 because you just bludgeoned one of his people into unconsciousness without really trying. So 7 dice.
Gotcha.
$24. What is his better of ego or presence?
I don't know.
I have to look it up. All right, you.
I bet Eric thought you were asking him.
No, I'm looking this up.
This isn't Iron Kingdoms. You don't actually know the stats of the enemies, Eric.
No, I thought he was asking whether Gorg's presence or ego was better.
No, that doesn't matter. It's the bad guys. It's what you're targeting. His presence is better than his ego. It is still not amazing. All right, so you beat his presence by 11. That's actually a significant effect. Hang on, let me look up the exact numbers. right, you've got into the target is very impressed. He can only perform a half-phase action on his next phase. And he is very considering very deeply about what you're saying. Now, I don't think you're actually you're not really trying to convince him to come to you, I don't think.
No, but it was like, obviously not.
Bring it.
But,
Right, you're basically trying to scare the crap out of him, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yes. He will not. He basically get only one half phase worth of actions on his next action
Gotcha.
because you scared the crap out of him.
Awesome.
As an aside, doing multiple presence attacks during combat is a little bit less effective in general. Not surprising.
Right.
It's specifically so you don't over abuse, and now I presence attack him, and now I presence attack him, and now I presence attack him. It's like,
I have a free action. I have a free action. I have a free action.
right, exactly. All right, so that's it for you, Eric. Alice, you're up. What is Krista doing?
First, I'm going to. Can I see the that guy near me? The air cavalry between
He
buildings.
is up above the building, so yes, you can still sort of see him from where you are.
I'm going to cycle chambers and make my net magnum attack at him.
Okay, entangled, got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you like to move first?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Well, you have to move before you attack.
Oh,
Attacking ends your phase. I wasn't sure if I made that clear.
all right. I'll still make that attack.
Alrighty.
How many do I lose? Or how much range do I lose?
You are 8 hexes away, so you are in the -2 category. Exactly. You're at the outer fringe of the -2.
All right. So that should be right.
You hit because his DCV is 7.
Neat. So which do I roll here now?
Just roll the normal damage. We're only paying attention to the body. I didn't make an entangle macro, so.
All right, and I have 5 die 6 for this. So roll 5.
So it's a 5-body entangle, which is not uncommon. Right. So wow. Okay. All right. The air cavalry is basically useless at this point. The number of entangles you guys have is astonishing. Just as an aside, literally 3/4 of the party have entangles. It's amazing.
It's all
Is it-
like I am
Is
a
it the new
controller.
eidetic memory?
It's a useful power. So, all right, that's it for this phase. We're on to phase 4. Word, you're first, then the baddies.
All right. What do I feel like doing? Okay, so you mentioned before that it's possible for me to be shooting multiple dudes.
It is possible. I mean,
Let's say, for example, I just wanted to shoot both of the air guys.
okay. All right. So in order to do the way I was discussing it before, which is a spread attack, basically for every d6 you give up, you can attack someone someone who's 1 hex away from your primary target.
Oh, okay, so that's not happening.
They have to be really close to each other. Yeah. From a special effects standpoint, since you have 2 guns, you could theoretically shoot 2 targets separately, but it starts getting really complicated mechanically, so I prefer to avoid doing that right now, because you could theoretically do a multiple power attack to do that, I think. I'd have to double check the rules on it, and multiple power attacks get a little bit wonky, so...
Yeah, I don't mind letting that one cook for a while.
Okay.
So, bearing that in mind, in that case, let's see here. Okay, so the dude that's flying over here,
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot the guy with my taser shot.
Poor bastard. Alright, roll.
And I'm maintaining my my balanced stance.
Fair enough. Roll the hit. Alright, so, see, there's one other problem with being entangled. is it reduces your defenses, makes you easier to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just double check the exact. I think it halves your defenses, if I remember correctly. Sorry, halves your DCV specifically. Effect on DCV, page 373. I love the index in this book because it's like it has things like, look at the index, entangle, effect on DCV. Sorry, I love this book because like it's there's in the index it's like look up under entangle, then a subsection of that effects on DCV is an separate entry in the index.
Neat.
DC modifiers. Entangled. Yep. Oh no, entangled is not a penalty for that. I'm sorry. It's there's something else that has it. It's grabbed is what it is. Yeah.
Well, since he's not really able to do the flyy dodgy business, does he lose his bonus from that at least?
You know what? I'll give it to you.
All right.
In this case, since you just entangled him, and he's sort of flustered by that. I'll definitely give it to you.
All right. Okay, so this, as my power states, as I scroll down past the empty page that exists for some reason, this is an energy blast 66. No normal defense.
Yes,
is applicable.
Yes, and he does not have any things that completely counter it. He is not wearing insulated armor. He is not immune to electrical powers or anything like that. He's a dude in body armor, so his life sucks.
Damn it, I keep hitting the knockback macro. I'm going to have to organize these things.
That's fine.
Alright, so 66. 16 stun and 4 body.
Well, the body doesn't matter. No normal defense attacks do no body. They are stun only.
Okay.
So he takes 16 stun. That stuns him, so he'll lose his next action.
Alrighty.
Because the damage exceeded his constitution. Sucks to be him.
Nope.
Alright, so that is it for you. Alright, other guys. Well, it was normally be his action, but he sits there sort of hovering in midair going, Darr. Eric have one. Alright, he was flying that way. Alright, he is going to keep flying. So he goes to there. Then
This maid is cleaning our clocks.
sorry, he moves there, turns, and goes zooming off.
He just fucks right off.
Goodbye.
Well, he needs to find somebody who can get this, who can get the net off of him. His physical strength isn't actually sufficient. It's a 5-6 entangle, and he. Okay, so basically, you're allowed to attempt a casual breakout as a 0-phase action, which is using half your strength, but his strength is not that good. So he's going to go find somebody to cut him out of the net. Because he's not a dumbass.
Bye.
All right, other mooks though. Well, Doom Agent 6. Levels his blaster at Skitch, at Detective Riley, because he's right there and he's looking at him funny.
Freeze police?
And like any reasonable person would be looking at you funny with the way you're dressing, Mr. Exclamation point.
All right, OCV.
What do they call you in your circles? Bubsy?
And he misses because. Oh no, he hits you. Actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 12 is.
Now can I abort at this point?
Oh, did you want? No, you have to abort before I roll. Sorry, I should have given you an opportunity to do that. Would you have wanted to abort to a dodge when he's taking a shot at you at this range, or I'm
Well,
willing
given that there were no penalties for it, yes.
That's fine. I didn't give you a chance to. I should have given you a chance to.
Right.
So we'll back that up.
Dodge.
We'll run. So you will dodge. All right. So you're giving up your next action to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's fine. Then he misses. Because yeah. All right. These two guys are going to shoot at Eric.
Yeah, whatever.
They finally have no penalties. Ha ha! First one. Still misses. That hits!
That does hit.
Alright, well,
And then we get to watch it not mean anything.
yeah, that's probably the case. Okay, so he fired 2 shots. He only hits with 1. Basically, the way autofire works is if you hit, it counts in degrees of how much you hit by. So for every 2 points you hit by, you get an extra hit up to the maximum, up to the number of shots you fired. This attack has autofire 2 currently, so if you hit by 2, he'd hit with both shots. But he only hit with 1, so. Fear it, it's an 8-6 energy blast, Eric.
I'm afraid. I take a point of stun.
No, you don't.
Oh, you're right.
You take no damage. It tickles.
I like this best.
Technically, I should roll knockback, but I'll. Let's see. All right, ready?
Sure.
Oh, right. Fuck. I have to fix this macro. Ah,
5 hexes is pretty far.
that's not how far it knocks you back.
Does it knock me towards them? Because I'll take it.
Yeah, no. It does not do damage. All right, but he does hit you. All right. Oh, let's see. Doom Agent 3 will move up a little bit, and he will shoot at the detective. But you're still getting your dodge bonus, so good luck. Actually, hang on 1 second. Let me fix something here. Sorry for the slight delay of this, but I want to make sure I fix the macros while I have a chance to do so.
As
So-
an aside,
so I don't
already
forget.
adjusted mine.
What happened?
I'm just fixing macros.
Alright. I'm kind of lost in what I'm doing next turn.
All right. All right, this should work now. All right, so he's OCV 7. Your DCV is currently 15, I believe, Skitch, since you're at martial dodging.
What's that?
You're martial dodging, correct?
Yes.
So your DCV is still 15.
Yes.
Good luck to this guy. Yeah, no.
Actually, that would have been impossible for him to hit me, though.
Technically, he automatically on a 3 he crits, but so he's got like a 1 in 256 chance. Yeah. All right, these guys are actually gonna move up a bit further because they realize that there are people back there they should deal with.
Look up, there's a maid.
He's gonna move to there and shoot a Grorg in a second. All right. So he's gonna shoot a Grorg. All right, you are 4 hexes away. And he misses. Oh well. Heavy Weapons Agent 1 would desperately love to move closer to you and shoot you, Eric. But he's kind of quavering in his boots. So his options are move or shoot. So he's going to take shoot.
Panic attack!
Also, he can't really do his teamwork thing because he's kind of panicky. So.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, it noticed me, oh god.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so -2 for range, we just cancel out by that. So, actually it's -4 for range because he's at 9, fuck. Alright, well, whatever. So -2 for range. And he's got, alright, so, actually, not too bad. But he rolls a 13, so screw him. I will hit you with one of these, goddammit. I swear to God. His gun can actually hurt Grorg, is the thing.
Hey, so can mine. Difference is, I actually know how to use it.
Word, you are able to use it on a superhuman level. This guy can use it on like a skilled normal level. Grorg is dodging at inhuman levels, honestly. I mean, DCV-10
Really
is
funny is it doesn't look like he's moving that fast, but you know, magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is he doing like that thing that they touched on real briefly in DBZ where it looks like he's standing still and the thing goes right through him, but he's actually moving real fast?
No, I think it's working more on like slasher movie logic, where he's not doesn't actually look like he's moving that fast, but he's keeping up on the panicked running girl. That kind of deal.
I see.
Because he has really long legs.
Well, he does have that, yes.
That was always the thing with Jason. He just walks, takes big steps.
Well, the mooks are done. So that is it for 4. Segment 5. Sketch aborted, so you're done. Grorg.
I've got a question.
Yes?
If I grab someone, can I throw them next phase?
Actually, you can grab and throw as one action if you'd like.
Oh, all then.
That is a technical possibility. Basically, grab is a half phase, and you can follow it up with either grab and squeeze or grab and throw.
So, Doom Agent 2.
Okay.
I want to grab him and then throw him at Doom Agent Heavy Weapons.
All right, go for it. All right, I will let you know. I will tell you this, Eric. You will not be able to do full body damage with him. Your full strength damage with him, because there's only so much, blunt force
So much
trauma.
mass I can throw.
Right. Well, no, it's not just mass. It's also how rigid the thing you're throwing at someone is.
Right.
But
I'm amused by this, so I'm going to do it.
given his armor though, you should be able to do 10 dice with him. So
Cool.
he's wearing rigid armor, so sucks to be him.
So he's definitely grabbed.
Yep, and you're gonna huck him, so you have to roll to hit the other guy. You're at -2 for range.
Okay.
By the way, where are your skill levels?
I'm gonna put 2 of my generic skill levels into this throw.
All right,
So
so
I'll
you're
actually
going.
be
You're just leaving one. You're leaving yourself 1 for DCV. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Which puts me at my basic OCV.
That will probably hit him. Just double checking the modifier for grab. Grab. Yes, you are. You're by the way, you're at -2 DC because you grab somebody. But
Okay.
But moot point. Yeah, the 11 will definitely hit the guy. So, huck.
All right. So normal damage.
Yep. Roll damage. This will be dealt to both.
You
of them.
said 10?
10 dice. Yep. Oh God, Eric.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, so they're both unconscious, I believe. Yes, they are. Roll knockback for the heavy weapons agent.
15, right?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Oh, thank God, he doesn't. You don't actually knock him back into a wall. So technically speaking, he does take a little bit of damage from skidding, but that won't get through his armor. I'm just hand waving that because it's like half damage for skidding. If you hit him into a solid object, he'll take full damage, unless he breaks through it. All right, these guys are both unconscious.
All right, at this point, I turn around to face the other 4 Viper mooks around me. Dust off my hands. Which of you morsels is next? I'm hungry.
Okay, Eric. So, you're making another presence attack.
Yes.
All right. So, let me double check the actual. So you've got the usual -1 for being in combat, +1 because big scary troll. I need to look up the penalty for the making an additional one. All right, let's see. So it's not an inappropriate setting, but it is combat. You are not at a disadvantage. They are now clearly convinced that you are not at a disadvantage. Presence act does not really run against existing moods. So at least one die 6 off of for multiple attack for the second one, but this is such a different one. Did not surprise him. Violent action, yeah, you get that. Actually, I'm gonna go up to that. It was an extremely violent action. So, all right. So, -1 die for it's in combat. Minus another die because you already done another presence attack. Actually, it's -2 dice, I think. Hang on. Yep. So it's another -1. I just found the thing. So it's -1 for this one, and +2 more. So it's your base present. No, so 6 dice 6.
Excellent.
Well, that beats their egos by 11. So they're all at half-phase actions again. Yeah, they're sort of going, All right. So that's it for you. That's it for phase 5. Phase 6. That is Katarina and Krista, and nobody else, I believe. Yep. So Word.
Sounds about right.
You're up first.
I'm trying to find. Okay, so since it's not actually like one of my powers, it's a skill. I'm going to assume that my trick shot business is going to have variable damage.
All right, so it's basically you're doing a power stunt. So what are you trying to do? And I'll tell you how it will work out, basically.
Well, the idea that I had was I was going to shoot this car's gas tank and have it explode on these guys here.
All right, we can work with that. All right, so first off, I need you to roll to hit the car.
All right.
And what type of ammo are you using on this one? I think I know what you're going to do, but tell me anyways.
I was thinking just my regular ones, but I could use an exploding one if you want me to.
Let me take a look at your character sheet. I think you might have. Oh, you do have your. In theory, if you want, you could try that. Although I do point out you do have your variable special effects rounds also, the fire, electrical, or cold bullets.
Oh right, I forgot.
You have fire bullets if you like that.
Yeah, that's better. Incendiary rounds.
Yeah, that's sort of what I thought. I was like, I think Word has a particularly appropriate round for this.
I forgot about it because it's not listed as like the rest of them of what it says. It just says energy blast, and that kind of threw me off.
We forgot to put something in there for it. That was a mistake on my part. I forgot to type something in.
Right. Okay, so yeah, incendiary rounds.
All right, roll to hit the
See
car
him?
first.
Okay. Uh, at this point, I've been observing that these dudes are nowhere near as fast as me, and probably aren't going to be able to act by the time I act again. So I'm going to go all offense.
Okay,
Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to skip a gap and go over here.
that's fine. That's a half move easily. So
Yep. All right, so 12. I think I hit a car.
you hit a car. All right.
Hit a gas tank.
Yeah. So give me a roll for. Make your power roll. Just make the skill roll. So it's a 3d6 roll. And what's your skill in it?
15 minus.
All right. So roll 3d6 and tell me we'll see how much you make your roll by. You
Okay.
made it by 5. All right. Let me double check the. There is an official way it works. I just got to double check exactly what that is, and then I'm going to probably fiddle with it a bit because power skill is supposed to be sort of fudgeable. All right.
Do, making cars explode. Da 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 da.
Kaboom!
Woo!
Right, so I've determined Grog is fun.
The owner of that vehicle is gonna be so mad.
Well, it's already been chewed up by heavy weapons fire from the guys, the Viper guys. Sorry, Doom guys. The tokens through me.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very clearly Viperations. I mean, Eric's played Champions Online, so he recognizes them, I think.
I noticed that too.
All right, so yeah, I'll guess. Word. Roll damage on the car first.
Okay. Let me see. What do I have with this? 10d6. Okay.
Yep. If you roll
I
really,
keep pressing knockback macro by mistake.
if you roll particularly poorly, you might not blow up the car. So
32.
the body's what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's enough. That'll be enough to punch through and hit the gas tank with a fire round. Yeah, car go boom. All right, so we're gonna basically center an explosion on there, effectively. So I'm gonna say, just for simplicity's sake, we'll just do a 5. Each of them will take a 5d6 attack.
Okay.
Sound reasonable?
Okay.
Oh wait, you made it by 5. Actually, let's kick it up a little bit. It should be a little bit higher than that, just cinematically. Let's say 7. 7 dice.
37 dice. Gotcha.
So we'll just roll one 7-die attack. We'll apply it to both of them, just for simplicity's sake.
All right. Do you want me to have this as a regular or a killing?
No, normal damage.
Okay. All right. 7.
Unless you're actually actively trying to kill them.
Well, it's a car exploding.
No word.
Okay.
That's not what I asked.
All right. 22 and 7.
All right. Yeah, they're not close. Yeah. Oh no. In theory, that could theoretically kill. It could theoretically kill a normal person if they weren't wearing body armor. So.
Right.
All right. So they take 12 stun each and no body. Roll knockback for them also.
Right. Normal damage knockback. What am I plugging in here? 7?
Yep.
Dang.
-1 hex. They advance an inch.
They gravitate towards Grord.
Let's see. Their con is... They are not stunned.
Dang.
Their con is 13, not 12.
Dang.
Alas. Also, that is an X car. Grog, you are slightly toasty.
I smelled like burnt troll hair.
No.
It's supposed to
You're
just
not.
troll.
You're not actually. You're not even really singed. You're sort of on the outside of it. Oh, and by the way, the shop front there actually the glass window there breaks also.
Yeah. I imagine those two are deaf at the moment.
Possibly, yeah. I'll think about it. Actually,
Remember,
that's a
that
good
shop,
point.
Like, that shop always gets my orders wrong, so screw them.
All right, Alice, you're up.
Alright, I am gonna move here and just say I'm kind of sticking to the wall. And for an in-character thing, I'm going to roll for a tactics, I guess, to see if I panic. Because there's a lot going on, and my character has anxiety.
Actually, that would be an ego roll specifically.
Oh, okay.
There's
Let's
a lot
see.
going on, and a maid made a car blow up.
And I am
This was a giant thing. humping
nervous,
people around
and
like
I
rag
succeeded,
dolls.
so I'm not going to waste the thing after this. I'm basically just run into the wall, stick real close to it, and take a few heavy breaths.
Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right, so that's it for 6. 7. Nobody acts.
Someone in the chat, after you put the dead marker on the car, says Racer X's car blew up.
Yeah. Then phase 8. I think that's everybody actually.
Yeah.
So
You're first.
So, yep, I'm up. That's why I went all offense last time.
Right, not Krista. Right.
Alright, this guy's pretty close.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Do I want to do anything particularly interesting? No, I think I'll just plug him.
All right.
Alright, so this is going to be, I'm gonna take a balanced stance on this one.
Okay. That'll hit him.
Alright.
And here comes your normal damage attack.
Eat dice, motherfucker. Ah. I keep rolling less than great.
That's actually noticeably below average for a 12-6 attack.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
rolling a whole wicked lot of ones there.
That's 23 stun. That does not knock him out, but it does stun him. So.
Yeah, this person is the one most likely to actually be able to hit me. I don't approve of this.
I think I have a stun state for this setup. Yes, I do.
Boing.
He is stunned. Agent 2 was stunned also. I forgot to put that on him, so I'll put it on him now. He becomes unstunned on his action. So that was you. Skitch. Detective Trenton's up.
Well. I am going to. Okay, so does it cost me anything to pull out the baton?
Nope.
Okay. I've already found his weakness. This one's weakness.
Yep.
Since I haven't tried anyone else, I'm going to move in and with the baton and attempt to affect. Let's see, which attack am I going to apply in this case here? I'm going to shift my combat skills to be in a 2-1 split, so my OCV is 9 and my DCV is 8.
All right.
And I'll just do a martial strike for now with the baton in this case.
All right. Roll to hit.
Now, basically it'll be just roll to hit. So
It's a straight attack
Two
roll.
rolls here.
Martial Strike gives you +0 to hit, and +0 OCV, and +2 DCV.
right. So my
So-
OCV is 9. So I hit on 11 or worse.
Yeah, that definitely hits him. His DCV is 5.
Okay. And then the damage will be 9d6 normal damage.
Okay, roll it.
Because it's 6d6 for strike, plus 3d6 for the nightstick. So it becomes 28 stun damage and 7 body damage.
All right,
And
that's against half his defenses.
Yes.
So he is not a happy camper. He is not out, but he is stunned.
Okay.
And you actually do hear like a bone, like you hear like a rib crack.
It's like, and he's basically saying, it's like, when I said put your arms down, I meant it. I don't knock him back, do I?
You might. Give me a second.
All right.
28 minus.
Yeah, 28
All right.
does not seem very high for 96.
It's below average. It's actually no. It's about average.
Okay.
See, 8 dice 6. No, it's about average for 8 dice 6. Average would be 24 plus an additional
3.5. So you're right. It's about.
It's exact. That's average for 8 dice 6. You're basically a die under.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am rolling ass.
All right. So, actually, I should have made it. So for you, in your case, basically, martial attacks do knockback, but they do reduce knockback, much like a killing attack. So just use the killing attack macro, since it's the same. It mechanically would be the same.
Oh, the killing knockback or killing damage?
Killing knockback.
Okay.
And plug in the body damage you did.
Okay. So I don't knock him back anywhere.
Right.
All right.
All right. So, yep. And that's that. But he loses his next action, which is coming up. So you two, Grorg is up next, I believe.
Ah.
By the way, the other heavy weapons guy is standing there, sort of looking very frustrated. Very, very frustrated.
I'm gonna punch Doom Agent 3 there.
All right.
I'm gonna stay dodgy.
All right. Just straight punch.
Yep.
That'll hit. Roll damage. Yeah, that knocks him out. Roll knockback. Also takes a point of body. Ow. Oh dear.
I hit the other guy.
Yep. Roll 6 dice 6 knockback
That's
damage.
awesome.
Roll 6 dice 6 damage. So he takes another 10, which I think knocks him out. Yeah, that knocks him out.
Determined Grog is a popcorn fighter. Things just go flying around him.
Punch. Wah! All right, that's it for Grorg. Mook's turns.
God, I'm playing a Marauder Warjack. I'm combo slamming everything.
He is no longer stunned. He is no longer stunned. That's his action. Air Cavalry Agent 1 continues flying away. He goes to non-combat speed, so he goes now moving 40 hexes. He is long gone. Zoinks and away.
If you want to stand there, I could use more target practice.
They're debating what they want to do. Actually,
I have an idea.
I know what Doom Agent number 7 is going to do. He's going to do something. He's going to do something semi-smart. He's going to turn and start shooting at the earth shackles around the heavy weapons guy.
Ah.
So that's he's the odds of him.
Dude, you
missing
remember
are-
to wear the armored boots, right? Daka, 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 daka.
Fortunately, he's effectively aiming at a hex, so that'll hit. But he only gets one hit on it because he only gets one hit somehow. That doesn't quite break him free, unfortunately. So his buddy is going to move up and try to do the same thing. That'll definitely hit.
That would that would hit me.
Alright, and that busts his buddy out, finally. So he does not lose his action now. I'm trying to break out. Doom Agent 1 will move up a little bit. Actually. 4 hex is the correct range.
He thinks.
Well, 4 hexes is correct, assuming that he wants to get within, he wants to improve his odds of hitting you.
Right.
I think that hits you finally.
Yes, that finally hits me.
Haha. What's your DC currently? Like 8?
Yes.
He hits you twice.
Ah.
So, first hit. Does nothing.
Bounces off Trollhide.
And
Bounces
almost
off Trollhide.
almost does something. Alright, now he gets to roll knockback. He uses the highest body plus 1 because he hit you twice. So, effectively 9. Haha. 3 hexes.
Get
You've
knocked.
got, you've got 2
get
hexes of
knocked a
knockback. You get back knockback 1 hex. Do you have the breakfall skill, Eric?
I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, breakfall.
Make a
13 or
breakfall
less.
roll. It
succeed.
was 13 or less? Alright, you are not knocked on your ass then.
I'm just moving in. Oh, you're moving me. Thank you.
Wait, 13 or less? I think I have a better breakfall than you.
You probably do.
You have a better dex than he does.
Ah, okay.
It's dex skill.
Right.
Alright, heavy weapons agent goes, well, you're at 4 hexes now. Alright, full auto fire attack, hoping to roll well. First off, hang on.
Wait, hang on, gotta check my Twitter before I shoot my gun.
Getting the right macro set here.
Hold on, I need to live tweet this.
First, see if he can make his teamwork roll. He does! Yes! Alright, excellent. So effectively use OCV 9 for this attack.
Hashtag Troll Hunter.
Oh, he hit. Oh no, he misses. Oh my god, he
badly.
freaking misses. He rolled a 15.
Wow.
Wow.
I wanted to hit with the auto fire 5 attack at least once.
The dice are not in your favor.
It's a 12 die 6 attack. Well, alright, he misses. Bezorch. The building underneath Ekaterina's feet is taking serious damage.
I'm going to relocate.
It's not about to collapse, but,
Right.
It's okay, I don't like that bank. They charge me fees for everything.
Alright, I believe that is it for this. That is it for 8. Therefore... Oh, no, yep, that is it for 8. Then we move on to 9, which is just Krista.
1, 2, 3. I cycle my Magnum. I'm gonna take a shot at Heavy Weapons Agent 2 for my flash attack.
Alright. Let's check the range penalty. -4 for range.
Alright. Wow.
Yeah, not so much.
I think this really brings to light the importance of having a range penalty reduction.
shooting at extreme ranges is tricky. You need either very high OCV. You need good OCV. The problem that Krista has is that her CVs are very low for superhero, which is intentional. She's intentionally not supposed to be a particularly skilled combatant.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know.
I'm not good at the combats.
All right, that is it for 9. 10.
Yeah,
The
it's,
reason I have
on 10.
combat powers is in case situations go bad when I'm doing other things, not to actually really do things in combat.
that
10.
sounds familiar.
That's everybody, isn't it?
Except Krista. And the
Except
Mooks.
for Krista.
And the Mooks.
Right.
Yeah.
So it is Ekaterina, Skitch, and Grorg.
Alright, so I am going to relocate to this building here because I can.
Okie dokie.
Goddamn anime character.
That was a normal jump, honestly.
Yeah.
No, it's not a normal jump because he jumped in the whole like triple corkscrew thing while firing.
She.
Probably. And she is.
Let's see here.
So what's up? Picking an attack.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like half of these things have effects that I don't quite remember what the details were. Like, I know generally what they mean, but I don't know what they mean mechanically.
Oh, so what are you looking at?
I'm kind of debating on between flashbang rounds or smoke cloud rounds.
Well, okay, so the flashbang rounds means that it'll blind and deafen them basically.
Right.
The smoke cloud will just create darkness where nobody can see in it.
Okay, so darkness is defense and flashbang is offense.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, and the bangs are it looks like they're a burst, so I wouldn't actually have to hit a target.
Though they're both AoE, so.
Right. Okay, so actually, aren't these two still deaf from getting card?
Yeah, they're kind of, but you know.
Let's compound the issue.
So you're gonna flashbang over there.
I'm gonna center it right there.
All right, so all three of them are in the area. Roll to hit the hex.
All right, and yeah, I'll just be balanced because why not? Oops, that is not balanced. Yeah.
That'll hit the hex.
Okay. And it says group flash 66.
So just roll the 6 dice. Roll normal 6 dice 6. All that matters is the body.
Okay. Fine.
So for the next 5 segments, they can neither see nor hear.
These two are so super deaf.
And being blind sucks.
Yep.
That like halves their DCV. I think it's like that's 0 DCV if I remember correctly. Hang on.
Oof.
All right. Da 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 da.
Fun fact. This is one of 2 ammunition types that I have that does not have a magazine size of 8. The smoke rounds are the other ones that share a magazine size of 4.
Ah.
Oh. Well, of my attacking, of my attacking and, other thingy enemies. I do have line ammo for, like, transportation, of which I only have 2 charges, but they're recoverable. What was Mecha doing again?
I'm not sure.
I'm just double checking the lack of senses. There we go.
Okay.
All right, so against range combat, they are 0 OCV and half DCV, and in hand-to-hand combat, they're at half OCV and half DCV. So their DCV is halved, and they have 0 OCV if they're attacking at range, and like 2 OCV. Yeah, they are foobar until they get their sight back. Sorry about that. I said it's been a long time since I played this, so I can't remember the exact details, so I have to look them up. This is a shakedown session, so.
Yep. This is where we break out the WD-40.
I think, yep, I do. Haha. I have something for that.
Yeah, there you
You're
go.
blind.
Power downs.
All right, Sketch, you're up.
Oh boy. Just dealing with the guy in front of me still for now.
Right.
Probably be fine. I'll switch my OCV up to 10,
Okay.
and leave my DCV just be boosted up to 9 by fact of using a martial strike.
Okay.
So here to hit. So 10. That still hits, I guess,
Oh
right?
God, yeah.
Okay.
His DCV is 5.
Yeah. So normal damage would still be 9d6. That's not particularly great.
Yeah, but it's enough to knock him out at this point.
Yeah. There's at least 3 1s in that array because of the body damage.
Yep. But sucks to be him.
And that's half a.
That would attacking ends your phase. So.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Grorg, you're up.
I've got a question.
Yep.
If I jump between the 2 mooks, can I bash them together to knock them out? Like make a grab attack and then smash them together?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So the
Jump.
one drawback to jumping, Eric,
Okay.
is that you have to move in straight lines along hex lines. But you can get there with your avalanche riding anyways. So.
Oh, okay.
Point.
And now I make a grab attack.
Yep. Their DCV is 2.
I'm so worried.
Yeah, you're gonna.
But we'll dump my generics into defense again.
Yeah, I figured. You hit. Despite rolling a 16, you hit.
That's so.
You're welcome.
Roll to hit again. This will just be straight OCV. That'll hit.
Oh, just straight still. Okay.
Roll 10d6 damage. Because you're bludgeoning them with one another.
Jeez, that's good.
They were already hurt, so they both go out.
Give me your dice, Eric.
No, my dice. Watch as I lick them to make them mine.
I'm a maid. I have sanitizer.
All right. Well, Gorg's knocked those 2 out. At this point, do you guys want to continue the fight out, or do you want to move on to what's happening next?
I think we're done here.
Yeah, there's the air cab guy who can't do anything.
Well, he can't. Well, he can fly. That's
Right.
basically it.
If after the last person either surrenders or is or knocked out, my character would be going around handcuffing everyone he can.
Where do you keep all of those?
Extras are in trunk.
Despite the amount of energy blasts going around, Skitch's car is completely unharmed.
But that luck. By the way, I forgot when I would use those points on the luck, those 20 points, Peter. That's just.
Oh, we forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can use it at any time, basically. To
That's-
either you can use that to reduce or increase rolls as you see fit.
You know, not only mine, but the ones against me, or
Your rolls.
my rolls. Okay, that's what I figured.
All right. Well, actually, I don't know. I think it maybe it rolls against you too. Now that I'm thinking about it. If
I'll
anything,
check.
anything directly affects you, basically. All right. So you guys are cleaning up the unconscious, broken, bleeding Doom agents. It does sound like there's more stuff going on still around the city.
I'll be sticking myself to a wall to stop the shaking.
Okay. So, Skitch, you're a cop.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the guys. So, what are you going to do? I mean,
Once
you've got them secured. So,
once I get them secured, I will probably radio or phone the station to let them know that my particular area is secured.
all right. Yeah, they're listing off. Basically, you talk with the desk sergeant. He sounds harried and sort of like there's a lot going on. There's not a lot of people still at the station because they're answering calls all over town.
Yes. In APB, right.
It's a big.
All units.
Doom is attacking everywhere. Like they say we gotten calls from this place and that place and this place. There's all sorts of people responding all over the place.
Hmm.
And people responding at all these places. We got people defending Night Industries, all these other places.
Right.
Skitch, give me an intelligence roll.
Okay, so this will be a. Check what the numbers are going to be for that roll. That means that I'm just going to roll just.
If you look at it's 3-6 roll, and it should list the roll
Right.
for
Okay.
your 14
got
or
it.
less.
So I'm aiming for 14 or less. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, got an 8.
So you beat it by
6.
6. So you've got a map of the city in your car because, of course, you do.
Yeah.
You're sort of noting down all the places that, and you realize that you're sort of noting it down. There's sort of a pattern, and it almost looks like there are all these Doom attacks that are all over the city that are being reported, but it looks like they're basically placed in positions to draw as much attention away from the Anderson conglomerate building as possible.
Yeah. So basically, it's just sort of like he sort of has to, he's over here, maps on the hood of his car while he has the phone on one shoulder. It's just sort of like, okay, so you got this, 3rd and Mackey, 27 and Peterson, 5 and Winston Street, and that's
12
interesting.
Dr. Destroyer Drive.
Interesting. All right. Do we have anyone going to? What's the name of the building?
The Anderson conglomerate building.
Do we have anyone checking out that Anderson conglomerate building, or is everyone accounted for on these other attacks?
Everyone's accounted for. We've had nothing reported from that part of town at all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because the attention is drawn everywhere else. If the entire police force is occupied covering every other part of the city and one is left, it means there's probably something going on there.
Well, we really don't have anybody we can redirect. Do you?
Well,
are there any anybody in the area that you can think you can draw and maybe redirect over that way?
I give Skitch a look.
I got a few people in mind. Don't worry.
All right. Well, let us know if you need backup. Let us know. We'll see what we can do, but no promises.
If I need backup, you'll know without me telling you. So,
okay.
If my hunch is correct here.
All right.
So, best of luck to the others. But I have a building to suss out here. And then I just sort of hang up and look over to where Grarg is. Sort of point at him.
Want me to go, you have to say the words.
Would you please give me a little bit of a hand here so I can overlook what you did on the street over down that way?
What did I do? All this property damage is a result of the Doom
if
attack.
you help me out here, I might just say that nothing terribly untoward happened. But for the time being, there's a bit of a situation that actually needs some great attention, aside from, well, all of these here doing their little bit of business.
I forgot to mention they are dispatching a paddy wagon to pick people up.
Right. Sort of speaking of which, let's see here. Friends just sort of scan around and see if he notices the others in any capacity, unless they are
well.
coming
The
forward.
cleaner's sort of hard to miss.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm on a building, to be fair. Actually, I do have a question. Did I overhear all of that? I don't think I have any, perception skill or whatever.
Well, technically, you do have a perception roll, but I don't think Skitch was actually hiding it. So
No. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, my character's talking fairly loudly, just sort of on the phone, so you could have heard him. And
Right.
if you had a decent line of sight down to the top of his car, you could have seen him drawing something. And in fact, the map is still there. So if you wanted to jump down and look at the map, you could. He's
I
not
will
going to
jump down.
yes, you can see from the map that, and also, Word, your perception is a 12 or less, as an aside.
Yeah. So if you wanted to,
Okay.
which actually is decent. I mean, you should
There it is. It's a subset of intelligence. I see now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Or a Dragoon, the servant as well.
What?
The maid.
Oh.
A house wench. Whatever you call them in this era.
I would prefer just focusing on the fact that she was able to shoot the shit out of a lot of people. How she chooses to dress is kind of her own business. Anyway, yes, you miss.
Yeah.
First and foremost, thank you for your help there.
It was a simple matter. Now it's my
Right.
turn to do a bad Russian accent. Because
Right.
Wyron's not around to do it.
Right. It looks like that this whole city is dealing with, well, goons of these sort, but that might actually not be where the main problem is going to be happening soon, and I'm in no condition to handle it on my own. Normally, I'd just drag Grog over there, whatever you want to pronounce. Oh, how do you pronounce your name again?
Rorg. It's not difficult.
Brendlekin over there along to help out, but this might actually be even more than he can handle.
Doubtful.
In either case, whether or not he wants to admit it, your assistance would definitely be appreciated here.
I will have to clear it with my boss.
We may not have time for clearance.
I'm just going to, put my hand to my ear. Master Maximus.
Yes, Katerina.
Permission to go to the... And what was it, Anders?
Yes, Anders Conglomerate.
Anderson
To
Conglomerate.
go to the Anders Conglomerate to stem this attack at its root.
If that seems that it would be of help to the city, of course.
Understood, Master Maximus.
Good luck.
And then while that's going on, Trent probably notices Krista in some form, right?
She's-
I was gonna say I'm gonna be looking at the map and very specifically I'm gonna be looking at it and I'm just gonna roll for tax to how they would be getting in the building and what I would assume their approach would be, and just kind of
Sure.
saying that I pass by 5.
All right. It depends entirely on what type of forces they have. A standard sort of, squad of grunts honestly, if the distractions would work, they'd probably just go in through the front door.
Yeah, I will be mentioning. I'll just be like saying that out loud.
But and you at a guess, you wouldn't be surprised if they brought if given if Doom has access, like if Doom brought any actual was able to get any supervillains to help them out in some way, they probably would send them there also. So
Right. The main point the main issue of just going through the front door is, well, they might have caused enough of a disturbance for someone to at least call in for help, but there was no call of the
They could have.
region.
They
could have. Oh, sure.
There's a lot of cuts, and there's a bunch of ways to block radio.
Oh, there is a lot of ways to block communications. However, my assumption is they were probably delaying making their presence known as long as possible to minimize the ability of the forces to remobilize while everything else is happening. Because even if
Fact remains, we need to go stop them. So let's go.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
not getting
while Trenton is doing all of this talking, Katrina is getting on her motorcycle, which looks like a really souped-up maid cart, and is going to just drive off.
I'm going to get into Trent's car.
I was gonna say not like that.
I'll shift down. I probably wouldn't fit through the door otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
is Alice? I assume that Chris that you're going along with them, right?
Yes.
So, all right. So
Yes.
the three of you bundle into the car. Gorg, even shrunk down, is still very heavy.
He's basically laying. Yeah, he's like.
The car's sort of at an angle.
Yeah, I was gonna say he gets into the car and it just kind of like does that thing where it kind of crunches down and leans off in one direction.
He gets
Like-
him back, and now he's a
Cell phone.
lowrider. And now it's a lowrider.
Yeah.
All right. So and you all drive off to the Andrews Conglomerate building then.
Look, if my suspension is shot after this, you're paying for it, Grendelkin.
Suspension is shot, then it needed maintenance anyway.
Irrespective of that, you're paying for it.
Well, you come driving up to the Andrews building. There's you basically can sort of see a sort of evidence of stuff going on all over the city. There's sounds of gunfire and blaster fire and energy blasts and so on and so forth.
All that good stuff.
And you should copy your tokens over to the Andrews Conglomerate building map. Ignore the top floor part where the tokens left. Hang on, I'll just delete those. Those don't need to be there.
Where are we setting up? The door.
Yeah, there's a door. There's a door.
This side here.
Yep. All right. The doors have been sort of smashed in.
You don't say.
Yes. You see a bunch of Doom agents. There are two squads of Doom agent mooks, much like the players. But instead of the flying guys, there are in fact two supervillains. Both of them are recognizable. They're both mercs. They're both mercenary supervillains. They do work for. They don't do much on their own outside of they get hired to do stuff. One of whom is Speed Demon, who has something of a rep as being one of the fastest beings on the planet. He's a speedster.
And the other is that motherfucker you were so proud of.
And Anvil, who is widely known as quite possibly one of the... He is strong, incredibly tough, and slow. He is aptly named. He is the Man of
Holy
Iron.
Shit, his stats. You are dead on in all of those categories.
And not everything about him is listed there. That's all I'm going to say.
I know.
Yeah.
He's
Done
just got
70. Damn.
30 PD.
Yeah, his PD and ED are identical to Gorg's. And yet Gorg, for everything I've heard, in terms of taking damage, he's supposedly tougher than you are.
We shall put this to the test.
All right.
All right.
So, Anvil turns around and says, "Oh, the troll. This will be amusing."
I've been waiting for this.
So now
Crack my
do
knuckles.
I personally know the two of these?
You've heard. You're a cop. You've heard of both of them. Speed Demon is known to be ridiculously fast, and I actually should put his phases on there because I will never ever fucking remember what phases Speed 7 acts on.
So basically, now just to kind of clarify, the speed indicates how many actions you take during a 12-phase round.
How many
Correct.
raises you get? Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
Speed Demon's speed is 13. He gets an extra phase.
If you bought your speed up to 13, that would be hideously expensive and debatable whether it's legal.
oh jeez, it's
That's
like
what Wally West speed is. Since he could run faster than light at one point.
The best thing here is I know exactly the strategy that's going on here. For a simple time with Anvil, I need to be shooting him. But I can't do that if I've got Speedy Fucker punching me in the face. So I know who my priority target is.
Speedy guy.
Hmm.
Oh, geez, he's got 10s for his OC and DC.
Yeah.
all right.
That's based on that's his CV based on his dex. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Any combat levels might be on top of that. He is Dex 29.
That's fast.
Yep.
Yeah, he is he basically calls himself the fastest supervillain alive. Whether that's true or not is open for debate.
Yeah.
As an aside, you notice that there are no telephones on the main desk. They're all sort of a pile in the corner. At a guess, what probably happened is Anvil punched the door in, and then Speed Demon zoomed in and basically took away everybody's cell phones and the phones off the desks.
Awesome.
Yeah. They hired someone. They hired for someone to breach and someone to make sure to shut down the communications.
He basically, I see Trent kind of walking in, clicking off a pen, and just sort of like writing down some things. Just looking for citations, being like, "Oh, this is not going to be good for the two of you." And the rest of you will just deal with
This
it a
is
different
one
time.
hell of a ticket.
All right, so Anvil's like, okay, so the troll, the maid, a cop, and you're around the corner, so he doesn't see you.
Okay, that was the point.
I'm like,
Now,
no, he probably didn't see you.
Now, if you know what's good for you, you'll just stop whatever it is you're doing, so we can take care of this as calmly as possible.
I was
course,
hoping for a challenging fight. Huh.
Oh. So, of course, you don't know what's good for you.
Okay, at this point, Mecha, I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
If I were to hug up to Grorg and Speed Guy, like, ran by, this is entirely hypothetical, I imagine he can take the long way and not give a shit. But if, like,
there's no attack of opportunity mechanic built in.
Okay, there's no zone of control either, I take it?
Nope. You can build abilities and powers to do that, but you have to actively do that. You have to set yourself to be able to do it. Additionally,
Okay.
there are a couple of things that you could, like maneuvers you can set up to do, like ready actions, but there's no like zones of control now.
Okay. Alright, so I'm basically on my own here for that guy, because I know exactly what he's going to be doing.
What? No, he's. At any rate, it is segment 12, and the person with the highest dex goes first.
That would be Speed Demon.
Yes, that would be.
I can't claim that this time. I can claim it after he's full of holes.
All right, let's see. What power does he want to use? Well, let's see. Oh, he's going to be a complete dick, I think, because that'll be funny.
Aren't all the speedsters complete dicks?
Alright, so he is going to activate the following abilities. He's going to be using his normal hyper running.
Mm-hmm.
He is, let's see, what power is his multi? He's got 45 points to play with. question is whether he wants to use his really crazy. That's going to eat too much. Actually, he could. Will that eat? How much endurance will that eat? A lot. But he's going to do it anyways because it's awesome. All right, so he is going to start moving very quickly. I got to track his endurance on this, so hang on 1 second. Because Speed Demon's one limitation is how much endurance he burns through.
Right.
Or I should say his big limitation. So 8 plus. Oh heck, I forgot something. Hang on.
Ah.
Yeah, she's in the scene.
Oh, let me guess. You didn't set it to hex movement.
That's not what that wasn't the problem. I forgot to set the scale.
Ah.
Proper.
Oh. Well, while I'm on the title screen, I'm gonna replace my token with the revised token since I edited the macro.
Alright, so Speed Demon starts moving at an incredible speed, because that's what he does.
You don't say.
And as he's moving, it sort of, well... It's almost like there are two of him. It's almost like there are two of them. I forgot to push talk there. He has...
Oh, great.
In two places at the same time. He's moving about so quickly, it's almost like there are two of them on the battlefield at all times. But that chews up a lot of endurance to do, so... Alright, he is going to come zooming by Sketch. And he's going to do a move by on Sketch. So he comes zooming up to you, and turns as he comes by you, and just sort of thwaps you with punches as he goes zooming by.
Yeah, let me double check the luck thing really quick to make sure that let's see here, what's just called luck or
It should be, yes.
let's see here. Roll the number, buddy. And counts number.
Oh, that
Okay,
filthy
let's see here.
bastard.
Boom! Zoom!
Boo.
Alright, so let's see here. Oh, and basically it just says the total represents the number of points that the player may add or subtract from rolls throughout the game.
Alright, so you can, yeah. So any rolls.
Alright. So what is the attack? Does he hit anything?
I've got to make the hit rolls. I just got to work out exactly what the hit rolls are. So give me 1 second.
Right.
So
Sure.
I'm going to guess that pass hit one hit Trenton, pass two hit me.
No, he's actually the first one went by Trenton. The second one's attacking both Grorg and you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, because he can do that.
Yeah. I guess I guess one question also be like maybe at times I'm curious to see what happens if you ever ask for a quote luck roll for me, a traditional one that is. See what happens.
Yeah, that'll
from
come
that.
up at some point. There's a situation where like luck is that sort of thing's come up. So
Yeah. Yep.
So all right, they're within eight hexes of each other, so that's fine. He basically can't. The duplets can't be too far apart. He's got to be within a certain distance because he's literally moving back and forth between them.
He's moving back and forth around a wall here.
Yes, well, he's really fast.
I also like the optional rule they have for gambling, Peter.
Actually, word, that's a valid point. He will probably not dash outside.
Mm. Two speed demons.
He can't move. There we go. Actually, he'll just zoom like that. That works better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so move by is -2 to hit. Let me just checking how much he's going to throw into. Basically, his multi-power can be divided amongst stuff, so he's got flexible slots. And he's dividing it between his rapid-fire punching and his after-images power. After-images gives him DCV. Rapid-fire punch gives him extra damage on his punches, on his attacks, on his melee hand-to-hand attacks. So it is velocity divided by 5, so he's getting 4 dice for movement. Strength divided by 2 is 2 dice for that, so that's 6 dice. Plus, that's actually the strike. So he's gonna he's gonna. That's a good question. Sorry, I've not played this character in a while, so he's. I built this guy a long while ago, but let's go with 4 dice for that. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be a 10 die 6 attack to hit each of you guys when he's attacking you. And he's giving himself his full after images. So, all right. So Trent. This is OCV 11.
What is this now?
This is to hit you.
Okay.
So he rolls a 12.
Okay.
He
now,
he hits DCV 12 or worse. What's your current DCV is, I believe, 7, since you've not had an action yet.
I have not actually applied combat skills. Right.
Right.
So it would hit me unless I applied 6 of my luck points to reduce that roll down to 6.
Correct.
Which would make the attack miss.
Correct. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
All right, you do so. All right, Grorg. He's doing a multiple.
We don't get to dedicate stuff to defense, do we?
Not yet. You've not had an action yet, so you don't get to assign your skill levels.
And you can't heroic. You can't dodge or block yet. So
you both do have the option. Well, no, you could abort your action for the round if you'd like instead.
Right.
You can give your action for round to dodge, which gives you guys +3 DCV. Gives Skitch 5 because he has martial dodge.
But by my case, that wouldn't help anyway, though, because it would match at 12. So
you could do that and burn 1 point of luck as opposed to burning 6 points of luck. That being said, I imagine this guy's strategy is to just lock everyone down with bailing out, since he's got the actions to facilitate that.
Besides, I want to have my turn to be able to dedicate combat skill points anyway and do some setup to make my defenses better moving forward. So,
yeah, I understand.
That's nice thing about having luck, though.
So this is against you. This is against you, Grorg. That hits you.
Certainly hits. There's no point in aborting to block or dodge.
Well, you have to do that before he rolls to hit. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I'm just gonna take it.
Okay, Grorg, this is you.
There was damage, right?
Oof.
Well, I take 8 stun.
All right. He takes half that applied to his defenses, which does not get through. Katarina. Slight less to hit.
Damn it.
Hits you.
Alright, so if I'm not, I said I was going to take it, and I mean that, but just because I didn't quite get the complete rules on aborting, that completely nulls out your next phase.
Your next action, yes. You give up your next action to abort an action, to a defensive action.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Oh, fuck, that hurts.
Yep.
Alright, so then So is that 12 stun damage to me then?
Your PD and ED are 22, so it'd be 10.
Or excuse me, yes.
You take 10 stun, yes.
10 stun and... Alright.
Your stun and body look awfully look lower than they should be.
I think I wrote that in wrong.
Yeah, your stun should be like 30.
That should be 30, I think. I don't know why I wrote 15. Yeah,
Yes, your stun is 30 and your body's 15.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. That's weird. I could have swore I put that in right.
Alright. And there you go. Speed damage is done.
Oh, I'm at 20 of 30 stun
Oh,
now.
I forgot to roll knockback there, sorry. Alright, so...
Oh, I'm sure we can find it in our hearts to forgive you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to roll it now. Grorg? You are not knocked back because of your knockback resistance.
Oof.
Do you have knockback? You have knockback resistance, don't you, Sketch?
But I didn't get hit though.
I meant word.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You got 4 inches. That doesn't knock you back either.
I do? Where is that?
He's got 4?
Rooted. It's combat skill basically for her.
Okay. Thinking, wow.
She knows how to roll with punches, basically.
Right.
In this case, literally. Yours is just because you're big and heavy. Hers is your training.
Right.
All right. Well, he is done, and he has spent a fuck ton of end. I should actually knock off the rest of that. Oof. So that is 8.
All right. So I have an important question since it's my turn now.
Yeah,
So
ask away.
He's doing this run all along here really fast because he's an asshole thing.
Correct.
Are both of these points valid points for me to shoot at him?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Okay.
He.
I need to put this guy down fast and hard, so I'm going to go full offense, and I'm going to aim a flashbang over here.
All right, go for it.
I got to re-impersonate. There we go. Alright, 2 hits. 12.
Ouch.
Aha.
Yeah, he spent over 20 end this phase.
Oof. But
Wow.
yeah, I'm fairly certain I got him there.
So you're aiming the. This is a. You're using the flashbang.
Yes.
All right, so aiming there.
Yes.
All right. Roll the. That hits the hex. That's not hard.
Yeah.
So. Roll.
Alright. And I think this was a 66.
Take a look on your sheet.
Damn it, I keep pressing... I gotta separate those damn things. I keep pressing the wrong damn one.
Yes, it is 6x6 flash. Yes.
Yeah. Alright, 7.
7. All right. How much flash defense does he have?
Flash defense. Oh, go fuck yourself.
Look at the picture. Look at the goggles. He's got goggles. They don't do nothing.
Okay, fine, fair.
He's deaf. He doesn't have ear coverings.
Is
Yeah.
that because the eardrums exploded after pressure differentials from moving too fast?
Yeah, and yes. All right. Yep. You do blind him for a little while.
Good.
He has 5 points of flash defense, so you'll get 2. You'll get 2. You'll actually. He'll be blind on his next phase. Unfortunately for him.
Good. Fuck this
Tweets he's
guy.
running into a wall.
That is exactly what I was hoping for. Because holy shit.
All right. Nicely done, word. That was a good choice.
Thank you.
Yeah, AoEs are actually really good against him.
Yeah.
And he does specifically have a limitation on his duplicate. It's a duplication power is how I built this effect. And he has a limitation specifically that any effect that affects one of the duplicates affects the other. It is one guy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you may be fast But I don't think you can outrun photons, asshole.
No, he's not that. Well, he's really freaking fast. If he goes in, his overdrive running means he can go really fucking fast. But
Not fast enough.
well, the overdrive running means he's not fighting. That's him just going flat out. I'm getting the hell out of dodge.
You can do the whole circle the earth and then punch someone on the way by.
No, he's not. He's not the Flash. He's good, but he's not actually the Flash. His overdrive running means in a phase he can get how far? It's measured in kilometers, but
I think that's a good answer. In a phase, he can run kilometers. Phase is what, 1 second?
each phase is a second. Yes, yes, he can cover 20 kilometers in a second if he's going in overdrive running.
It's a zippy guy.
Yes, and he gets seven. He can do that 7 times every 12 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, there's a reason he calls himself the fastest villain on Earth. He might not actually be lying.
Well, now he's the
Boom.
fastest blind man on Earth. We'll see how well that works out for him.
Hey, how do you know he doesn't have powers like Daredevil? Now we're fucked.
That would suck for you. Yep. Well, he's done. Katarina's done. Next up is Trenton.
I should have said that I wanted to move here just so I don't get shot at by the people inside the building.
Go for it.
First.
That's fine. Yeah, you could have done that.
Oops. X's.
All right. Skitch, you're up.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I will. Well, Trent sort of basically quips. It's like basically saying it's like, well, nice job, almost hitting me in the face there, Speed Demon, but not terribly impressed by your shenanigans.
How did I miss it? How did I miss you? What the hell? You were right there. What? Ah, my eyes.
As for you, Anvil, my point still stands. If you know what's good for you all, stop this now. Or
don't.
Or Grendelkin here might have to give you the fight that you so desire.
Bring it, troll.
Oh, and one other thing. At that point, he pulls his gun and shoots a rubber bullet at Agent 2.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, and one more. Blam.
All right, you are at.
That is. Let me try to figure this out.
You're in the minus 4 range bracket. Oh, yeah, you hit.
So minus 4 range bracket.
So it's a 7. Yeah.
Yeah, 7. So I gotta roll. So I'm hitting a 7 or lower. Your OCV is 7 effectively. You're minus 4 to hit for range. Minus 4 to hit. Got it. So I'm going to script my combat skills to have. Let's be ballsy. Just put all 3 in my OCV. So I got a 10 on there now. So
Okie dokie.
hit. So my effective OCV would be minus 4 from that. So it's a 6 currently. Correct.
Yep. So you'll need a 12. Yep. You will. You hit exactly.
Yes. Wow. All right. Well, I hit damage 2 with the bullet. That is normal damage 8d6.
Roll it.
Wow, that's a good roll there.
Yeah, that's enough to stun him. Doom agents are not they're not inhumanly tough. They're merely competent. They're merely competent normal agents. I mean,
Right.
I guess your average run-of-the-mill cop, they're more than enough. But
Yeah.
but Detective Riley is not your average run-of-the-mill cop. It turns out.
I just like how every time you bring up about he's just an average cop, it just makes me think of Earthbound. Did you know that your average cop is stronger than your strongest superhero?
All right. So that was
I'll take you down with my Mambo Tango Foxtrot martial arts. I adore you, Captain Strong.
Alright, he is stunned. Alright, well, that's it for him. Grorg, you're up.
All right. Avalanche riding. Don't want to be on top of him.
Alright.
Speed Demon, catch. I'm going to throw him at Speed Demon.
Okay! I did not see that coming!
What is that? What did he do?
That's
Anvil at speed.
awesome! Alright, Alright, so, Grorg, make your grab roll. His DCV is 6.
He'll never see it coming.
Well, I think Grorg might be strong enough to actually throw him. Anvil is very heavy.
Well, it definitely hit.
You have him grabbed. All right, how far are you trying to? Okay, I gotta look at the strength table for this because I gotta compare his weight to what you can throw, how far you can throw him.
The distance is 10 hexes for reference.
This is
Now,
gonna be
Grorg is really, really strong. It can throw people a very long distance.
Anvil is really, really heavy.
He does have 10 inches of knockback resistance on top of everything else.
I didn't try to move through him.
Yeah, that could have sucked. Crap. Looking things up. Give me a second.
No problem.
The best part is that since Speed Demon is blind, this actually has a fair chance of hitting him if it's possible.
He's, as I said, he'll never see it coming.
All right. Now, as a reference, with Grorg's strength of 60, his max lift capacity is 100 metric tons.
I think we're okay.
That is the max he can lift. That's not how much he can throw.
Okay.
It's all right. So
you can definitely lift him up and shake him down for his lunch money.
Maybe not. We don't know that.
it's a standing throw. You need to get him at least 10 hexes. You need to have 20. You need at least 25 extra points of strength over what you need to lift him. So that would mean you need to be in the 35 category, which is 3 metric tons. It looks like. And yeah, that's enough.
Awesome.
You have exactly. You are. He's an. He is. You actually. You beat it. You actually could throw him one more category. You could throw. You could throw him 12 inches in theory. The furthest you could throw him is 12. You are strong enough to do this.
That is awesome.
All right. Rolled hit. So all right. Now. Drawback. So you're. Did you go all offense? Where were your levels, by the way?
I've got my move through, grab, punch ones into this attack.
Right.
I'm gonna dump other 3 I have into the throw on Speed Demon.
All right. So they're all your skill levels are on offense.
Yes.
Got it. That matters because you're making a ranged attack.
Right.
And your overall levels can help on that. So, all right. He is 10 X's away, so you're at -4 for range.
Okay.
And so you're OCV 10, so it's so you're effectively OCV 6 for range. And throwing a person is somewhat awkward, so you got another penalty in there. Roll to hit. I'll tell you if you hit.
Okay, so I'm rolling 6.
Put your 6 in. Yes.
Okay.
So it's and I'll throw any other modifiers.
Oh, I totally missed.
Oh.
Yeah, because even at the half this thing's even at half DCV, Speed Demon's base is 5, and then he does have the. You're not entirely sure exactly where he is. There, Eric, is the problem, because he's got all these after images out, like after him where he's moving about. So you're sort of hucking him in the general area,
Right.
and so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, then he just keeps going and hits the wall.
Oh yeah, no, Anvil flies into the wall. So roll your strength damage against the wall. You did miss Speed Demon.
So straight up strength.
Straight your full strength. You get your full strength throwing him into a wall. Absolutely.
I didn't roll so well.
Damage.
Yeah. All right. So you get your damage gets through and is reduced slightly by his damage reduction.
He's got damage reduction too.
Yes, he does. He is a damage sponge. This is what his job is.
Does he go through the wall?
No, he only did 10 body, which is not enough to break through the wall.
Okay, so he doesn't see me. That's
No, but you hear a disturbingly heavy thud and crunching noise from the other side of the wall,
And
Alice.
the outside of the wall kind of extends a little bit in a man-shaped way.
Not quite. These are stone walls, so.
Dodging.
and
I'll give the bricks crack at least.
Yeah, probably. A brick on the outside falls out, or something like that,
we get to
Got the
and
giant
character
spider
gets to
web
see
of
what my
cracks
power
from
is.
the, impact.
Now that it's my turn.
It is your turn, yes.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my changeling magnum and I'm gonna smile at Speed Demon as I shapeshift into him.
Aha.
Oh dear.
I have a bit of a plan,
I'm looking forward to seeing what it is.
but I'm also going to shoot him with an
Yeah.
entangle shot while he's blind.
Oh god! Okay!
I'm
gonna have to adjudicate how that works.
I'm so glad I have the bang bullets.
just gonna roll my OCV and you'll
Yep,
do
yep.
everything else.
Yep, roll. That'll hit. Yeah, 15. Yeah, that hits exactly. Well done.
Woo!
Oh god. Alright, Alice? Oh no, there's an obvious answer to this. Okay. Right. Bam. He suddenly stops moving over there. And sort of topples over.
What did you shoot him with? The net?
My net magnum.
Excellent. That's exactly what I was hoping you were going to do.
I love that I named all my weapons Magnum. I'm a Mega Man character.
I'm sitting there going, I'm not sure exactly, like, technically speaking, it doesn't necessarily stop his running, but your special effect is at net, and he's sort of doing the little dashing back and forth thing. So, honestly, there's no way he would actually be able to keep moving, so he can't be in both places at the same time, and he just falls. Literally falls over. It's like, ah, that thud! What is going on?
And he got.
See, I can't move. What is this?
I'm gonna
This
say
is how the fight's supposed to go.
in his voice. I'm gonna say hi.
Oh no! I was so hoping that you would just have like a mirror frame looking thing, and just stand in front of him. So then he would like think he's seeing himself in the mirror, and then you can just like shoot him or whatever.
I'm just going to say
God.
you got. Oh, I tricked you. That's what. In his voice, since I can imitate him.
Oh, God.
Did my after image gain sentience?
Alright, well,
Yes, chat. Welcome to my power. I'm a doppelganger.
well, it is turn to Anvil. Anvil will pry himself out of the wall. Honestly, his best bet is to try to move through Grorg.
No, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, so he's going to do a leaping move through on you.
Oh jeez.
He basically just sort of
football
presses out of the wall, and just like kicks off the wall, like
Well, the mental image I'm getting is that he just goes flying into the wall and then he just bounces right back, and like a wrestling rope.
No. We didn't know this, but apparently he just evolved a new superpower and is now made of Super Ball.
He is not bouncy. He basically pries himself out of the wall onto his feet and then just bolts at Grorg.
I know. It's just I always think of ridiculous bullshit.
I know. All right.
I just like the idea of the stone being like so relatively elastic compared to him that it acts like a wrestling rope and just bounds him.
All right. So this is a move through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. So it's effectively he's getting 4 dice out of his movement speed. All right. So and the penalty to hit on that is move through minus velocity divided by 5. So it's minus 3 for the movement. He doesn't really care much about DCV in general, so. You are Eric. Your DCV is
7 at the moment.
7. All right. And his base OCV is 6. He's got a couple levels of all combat because, of course, he does. So he's 8. He's effectively OCV 5 for this attack. So his odds of hitting you aren't great, but I don't think he has any other levels. No. But he rolls like a champ, so no, he misses.
Whoosh.
He basically just lands directly in front of you. Thud. He basically falls a hex short. He grumbles. Cute trick. Cute trick, troll. Didn't hurt.
I've got more.
I'm sure. At which point, the Doom agents go.
I find it interesting that this is the same enemy loadout as last time, except for instead of 2 flying doofuses, we have 2 supers.
Yes, this is supposed to be this is the tough fight. But you guys, if you guys can take the villains, I'm probably gonna hand wave the mooks for obvious reasons. All right, so. So again, apologies. I have to fix macro groups, but it happens. All right, I'm going to use the one token for all the rolls. These are the regular Doom agents on Grorg. Miss.
This.
Yes.
That hits.
I hit! Ha-ha! This probably won't hurt Grorg, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Alright. Teamwork roll from the heavy. He succeeds! Excellent.
Hits.
Alright, he hit you by 3, so he hits you twice from his auto-fire attack. I finally hit Grorg with this! I finally hit Grorg with this!
39.
he barely cares.
Ow. That's 9 damage. That's not fair. I have a lot of stun.
Yeah, and now, knockback. Nope.
Nothing.
There's a fight going on outside, so they don't have anybody else to shoot at other than either Grorg or the detective. So, let's roll these on 2 of them on Grorg, 2 of them on Skitch. They're all in the -4 bracket, so. That misses Grorg. That really misses Grorg.
-1.
That I believe misses Skitch.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, your DCV is currently. Did you go all offense?
I need to cut
I
in
did
real
all
quick.
off- I did do what?
My dad needs me to make a trip to the store, so I'm gonna be gone for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
We don't-
I'm outside the building. Quicksilver's the only guy who can see me, and he's got bigger problems.
Yep.
So I figure
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. Yes, I'm going to spend 2 luck points to drop that down to 6.
All right, he misses.
This might be. I'm not sure if this is strictly by the book, but it makes sense for what this character is.
Oh
Anyway,
no, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. One last attack. Yeah, no. And he knows he's too far away to get a useful shot on the detective. He's seen him dodging, so he's gonna try. And he saw Gorg get hit, so he figures, well, Gorg's an easy target. Boy, he's wrong, but whatever. Unfortunately, they are not. He's not. Nobody from his squad hit you, so he doesn't get the teamwork thing. All right, so. Alright, so it's 7 minus 2, so it's 5. So it's 6.
7 hits.
Yay! It's exactly, it's only 1 hit.
Five more. This is starting to add up.
It's their job. That's what their job is. And that ends the round. Post segment 12, everybody gets their recovery back in stun and endurance.
Okay, so then that means that my stun is at 32 now.
My stun is at 11.
Wait, no, that can't be damn right.
It takes you back to your full, whatever your full is. So
Why is... Wait. What the hell? Huh? Son?
your recovery is 7.
Right. Yeah, no, it's like I'm looking at this thing and it says 25 when I had it set as saying 20 of 30 last time.
I don't know.
I don't know what's up with that. So I know I have 27 stun at the moment. I don't know what the crap happened there.
I don't either. Not sure what happened there. But, anyways.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright. In that case, that is that. Oh, right. He is no longer stunned. Because, you know, they said.
Right.
Alright, well, it is segment 1, nobody acts. Segment 2, Speed Demon is up first. On the plus side for Speed Demon, while he can't see, he doesn't have to make a to-hit roll to try to punch his way out of the net. Basically use his super speed to basically try to dismantle the net as fast as possible. So he's going to do that.
Okay.
And fortunately, what's his recovery? 10. So he got back half the end he spent last phase. Ouch. Alright, so his max damage on that is 13 dice. He will go all out on trying to break out because he's got nothing else to do this phase.
Jeez.
Good thing he wasn't doing that to any of you.
Yeah, about that.
I didn't have the entangled thing up on him, but he was entangled. He's no longer entangled. But he is still blind and on the ground, and he's annoyed. Alright, so he's done. Word, you're up.
Yep. Okay, so he's been kind of flailing like a fish like a moment. Can I determine at a glance if his suit looks like it's made of rubber or something else that says no to electricity?
Let me take a look at your skills, see if you've got any skills that would make sense so you could figure that out. Give me a second.
I could just make an intelligence check.
I'm seeing if I want to see if I'm just double checking see if you have any skills that would help you with that, as opposed to just a straight in check. So.
Okay.
Not really, no. So give me a straight in check then.
Okay. Alright, so just 3d6 and target number is 12.
Yep.
There we go.
It's definitely padded and armored, but it doesn't look like it's insulated.
Okay, then. So I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Now, another question.
Yeah.
So I can shoot a single target multiple times by unloading further of my magazines.
No, you need a power to do that, or use the
Don't
rapid.
I have that as a skill or whatever?
Did you buy any of the rapid fire skills? Yeah, you can rapid fire somebody. You take penalties to hit.
Yeah.
Let me double.
I thought we went over that. Like, I have fast draw.
Fast draw just is how quick is basically getting to act. It's a skill that lets you act earlier in the phase if you get to roll it. I forgot you had that.
Okay, I have no idea what it was.
It allows you to act like in situations where you're trying to determine who acts first. It can give you an edge there.
I see.
Let's see. Rapid fire. I'm just looking up the hit penalties for it. Just give me a second.
Right.
Okay, here's how it works, Word. You can fire a range attack more than once in a phase, either a single target, or you can actually, this is how you can attack multiple targets. I forgot that. Okay. Remember we were trying to work out how you can attack multiple targets? You were right, this was in there. When you rapid fire, it requires a full phase, so you can't move.
Right.
You are at half DCV, and you suffer a cumulative -2 penalty to hit for each shot after the first. And if you miss any of your attack rolls, all remaining shots in the sequence automatically miss also.
Alright, so, and just so that I have a comprehension of this correctly, my ignore normal defense thing, as long as I'm doing stun damage, if the stun damage exceeds his stun total, then he's unconscious for the fight, right?
If you reduce his stun to 0 or less, he'll be unconscious for... With named characters, depending on how low they are, they'll keep getting recoveries at certain times. The more negative are, the less frequent. The more negative stun they are, the less frequently they get recoveries. After a certain point, they go into what's called GM's option, which means they get recoveries whenever I feel like giving it to them.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, I've got a lot of these, and I don't like this guy, so I'm going to do 4 shots in sequence.
All right. So, as an aside, Word, that means you're -8 to hit on all your shots.
Oh, it's I
it's
thought it was
cumulative.
I thought it was. I thought it went. It stacked as you made shots.
No. It applies to all of them.
All right. The one hand he's blind, and I can give myself +4.
I will say this: he is blind and prone.
Yeah. What? Remind me on prone again.
I'm not sure those stack. Both of those are -half DCV limitations. I'm not sure it's additive though.
Okay.
So, but the important bit is the after images aren't there right now because he's not been moving.
Right.
So his OCV is at best 5. His DCV is at best 5. I'll tell you that.
All right. I'll do 3 shots then with my taser ammo.
All right. So you're at -6 on each of them.
All right, so then that's going, and I'm putting everything I have into this, so my
Your
OCV
OCV
is
is
going to be
6.
6.
Right.
All right, so first hit. I think I just hit.
Yes, you hit. Second shot.
Second shot.
Hits. Last shot.
Bang.
All right, you hit all 3.
All right, so should I just do 8d6 on this? Or, excuse me, 18d6?
No, you roll them separately. It matters.
Okay. All right, so...
I'm back.
And I press the
If I
wrong
missed
macro
anything.
again. I am tasing the shit out of this guy. All right, so tase effort 1.
20
Tase
damage.
effort 2.
39.
And tase effort 3.
49. 59.
59.
That drops him to... goddamn. 39, 30... Hang on.
That'd be negative 25.
Negative 25. That is not technically GM's option, but I gotta double check that. Exactly what that is. I might say GM's option anyways, so...
I do not like this man.
The speedster.
Yeah, I just plugged him full of electricity while he was on the ground after he ripped out of the net.
Oh, he got out of my net? Oh.
Yeah.
Now he's drooling.
What's I have to take a phone call real quick.
Okay.
At
No
least
problem.
I still look like him. That is the crux of my turn.
Hopefully by next week I'll have most of this bookmarked so I can find it quickly.
I have 4 taser rounds left. And I do not have any spare magazines of them, like I do with other stuff.
I'm trying to decide on
Alright,
what...
so he is in the
exactly.
category of he gets recoveries every minute.
Oh yeah, he's out of the fight.
Yes, he is.
Excellent.
As far as we know.
And he's at... We said how negative did we say he was? 29?
Negative 25.
25. So the first one would take him into... The first recovery... So after a minute, he'll get moved to the point where he'll get recoveries every post-segment 12. After that one, after that turn, he'll get recoveries every phase he gets. And so he'll recover very quickly. So yeah.
How long is a 12-set phase?
12
Second.
seconds.
Every phase is a second.
Okay. Alright, so after 5 rounds, then he starts his recovery.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, we don't have to deal with it. I have eliminated the biggest threat to my personage.
Alright, he's out. So that was it for phase 2. As an aside, Speed Demon is cursed, as near as I can tell. Every time I use him, he gets knocked out really freaking early because everybody goes, "Must drop him!"
I wonder why! You saw what he did to the net. I don't want him doing that to me.
What do you do to the net?
He did 55 stun damage.
Well, yeah, the important bit is it was like 16 body total.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beats out my net.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, he kind of shredded it.
His actual biggest drawback, honestly, is if you can actually knock him into something while he's moving at full speed, doing hyper running, he actually takes double stun damage from that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that would have really sucked if I had to hit him with the anvil.
Yes! He'd have been out like a light. Basically, forcibly stopping him moving is really bad for him. Effectively.
Yep. I figured that was what I wanted to do, but I also came to the conclusion of I'd have a much better chance actually doing that if he was blind first, which is why I opened with that, and I also knew that Krista had a net.
The first time I ever ran him, one of the players in the party had force walls of power. They saw it out there, and they said, he's going to be annoying, so I'm going to want to be able to wall him off wherever he's trying to go. So I'm going to hold an action. I'm going to basically ready an action, so if he moves into certain areas, I'll throw up a force wall in front of him. They didn't even know we had this drawback. So it's like, zoom, wall, splat, unconscious. First thing he did. Sorry, second thing he did, because the first turn he been zooming along and did something. The second turn, they're like, okay, fine, I've got a plan for him.
1 second here.
Yep.
Okay, so
All right, so that was you. So that was it for phase 2. Phase 3 would be Skitch, and then Grorg. Grorg, we'll deal with you first. While Skitch is on phone.
So, does this building have a basement? Do I know?
It almost certainly does. It's a corporate building. They almost definitively have a basement.
Okay, so Anvil's really heavy, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tunnel to the floor under him, and undermine him, so he falls to the floor.
We're just getting into.
I'm not sure that actually
bullshit at this point.
Eric,
Why
the problem
would
with that,
you fall.
you'd fall through the floor also is the problem.
Okay, can I use the earth shaping to rip up floor then, so he falls through?
That's a good thought.
Honestly, I thought you were just gonna you were gonna grab him, open a hole beneath yourself, and then just pile drive him to the floor below.
That could work too.
And then there's probably like sub basements. You're gonna go through like 3 or 4 floors on the way down.
All right, Eric. I don't know. Technically speaking, mechanically by the rules, no, that wouldn't work that way.
Right.
Tell you what you could do, though, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
You could try to just punch the floor and try to break it with your
Yeah,
strength.
let's do that.
That will definitely work, and we'll try to think of some way you could actually do like that trick in future.
Okay.
But give me a roll to you're trying to punch the floor under him, so you got trying to hit that hex. So roll to hit DCV 3.
I don't have any place to put the punching other than in this, so
Yeah, well, you might as well.
I hit.
Everything. Yep. All right.
Wow, I rolled ass, but I hit.
All right. Roll your damage. Also, Eric, if you'd like to, before you roll the damage, for every 5 points of endurance you spend, you can add an extra d6 to your strength damage, up to a maximum of an extra 2d6 if you want to.
Oh no, not another 10 stun out of my 60.
Yeah, it's endurance, not stun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much burning through my endurance, recovering my endurance every phase anyway. So.
Yeah, you get that at every turn. Well, yeah, but it's
every turn is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but remember, it does cost you end to use your strength. Also, it costs you 6 end every time you punch.
Right.
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
So roll your damage.
You reminded me of that because I had forgotten. But
yep, that's fine. All right, 16 damage, 16 bodies enough to break through the floor. Sure. All right, so here's what happens. Grorg sort of swings his fist like in a sort of arcing punch down, past Anvil to the floor. Anvil mocks you and sort of says, "Ha! You can't even hit me, and I'm not even dodging." At which point the floor starts creaking and cracking. Anvil looks down, looks back up at you, and says, "Oh, you bloody bastard."
I told you it wasn't out of tricks.
And the floor breaks underneath him, and he goes plummeting down. And you hear a thud, crack, creak, crack, snap. Thud, crack, snap. Thud. I hate you so much, troll.
I hate you.
Hate you, thud, so much, troll.
So he's fallen like 10 stories at this point.
Closer to like 3, but yeah.
I was
He's
just
not
counting
actually
all
like
of
seriously injured by this, but oh god, is he inconvenienced.
them. And embarrassed. Holy shit. You just got completely trounced.
Eric, well done. You have completely and utterly outsmarted Anvil. Well done. You're like, Anvil's known to be basically like, you hit him and he doesn't care. Fuck trying to hurt him. Just make him useless.
It was kind of my plan the whole time. I was going to use him as a weapon against Speed Demon, but that's turned out not to be necessary. So yeah.
Sorry about that. Had to deal with a phone call.
That's all right.
No problem.
Not a problem.
So, Skitch.
We've in-capped both the supers.
Okay.
So Skitch, what Grog just did is he punched the floor right underneath where Anvil is standing, breaking it, dropping him, which basically created a hole underneath him because Anvil's so heavy.
Right.
And he proceeds to fall, hits the floor in the basement, breaks that, goes to the sub-basement, breaks that, goes to the second sub-basement. Basically say, ha! You missed! Did I? What? Ah!
If we want to end the combat here, I have what I was wanting to do, and we could just say it works.
What are we gonna do?
What are you trying to do?
My net plan for my next turn was to walk in as a Speed Demon and scream and yell, "It's a setup! Get out of here! It's a setup!" And
All right, walk in. Give me an acting roll.
Okay.
Which is presence-based, I guess.
It is, and she's got good presence actually.
Yeah, so just 3d6. My acting is like 15 minus or something.
All right, Skitch. You could, if you want to improve the effect of this roll, you can actually spend your luck points on that if you want.
And my presence is 14 minus.
Yeah. Now, Rhymes, I don't know that she's actually. I don't know that's actually her. Do I?
No.
Technically, no.
She was behind a wall when she did it.
Right.
Yeah, but she smells different.
Yes, but Skitch wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have super smell either,
Oh,
Eric.
that's right. I don't have super senses.
I, however, did watch it in all of the body horror.
Shoot. How would my character react to this? That's a good question. Basically what he does is he turns and points his gun at Krista and is, what are you trying to pull here?
All right, now Skitch, by the way, out of character.
Oh, shit.
If
On
you
the
want
floor now.
if you want to spend the luck points to do that right now to affect her roll, you could do it in this totally. What you're doing actually is helping her anyways. So
I'm just. It's a setup. Get out. While he's distracted.
Oh crap! What do I do now?
But Skitch,
Basically,
but because you're
my
it's
character's
because
just
it's
panicked
because
and
it's
just goes, "It's a setup. Get out while you can, dudes!" Yelling at the
Alice.
Doom agents.
Can I? Sorry, I was not push to talk. I'm an idiot. What I was gonna say, Skitch, because it's just luck. If your luck is luck, you can affect her roll anyways. Because even if your character doesn't believe what she's doing, your luck might kick in anyways.
Right.
So it's up to you if you want to spend the points. I don't care.
I'm not inclined to spend the points at the moment, no.
That's fine.
That does succeed on both a presence and acting roll for me.
Well, acting is the presence roll doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So all right. On top of that, Alice. Now, what I want you to do, Alice, is to make a presence attack.
Okay.
So, it's in combat, so it's minus 1d6. Your base presence attack is 5d6, because your presence is as high as Grog's.
Mm-hmm. So just 46?
No, you're getting bonuses. Alright, they just saw Anvil fall through the floor. That's another d6. So you're up to 5. You made the appropriate interaction skill roll. Another d6. 6d6. Let's see. Appropriate setting. Another D6.
I look like Speed Demon.
That's why it's the appropriate setting thing. And yeah, all right. So I think that should
For the
do
record,
it.
I do not have my Magnum out. It is slipped like behind
That's
in
fine.
the waistband.
So
They don't see my gun.
right.
'Cause
That
would
was, so
be
it's
a
4 dice
giveaway.
6 plus I think so it's at least it's either 7 or 8. Did I give you 4 plus?
I counted 7.
All right. So 7 dice 6. Go for it. 22.
That's really good.
On 7 dice 6.
Oh,
About
7
average.
dice 6. Okay.
It's
I was
about
thinking
average.
5 or for some reason, but
Well, their ego is 13, so they're in the they're basically all hesitating. They're like, "What's going on? Why is Speed Demon telling us to run?" We sort of articulate a number. Yeah, Anvil's the basement. He'll get back up here eventually.
I'm saying it's a setup.
I know, which is why they're even considering this.
At one point, I was going to yell, "Anvil's a fucking traitor. Get him."
actually they're hesitating.
Yeah.
No, stay. Enjoy your hospitality.
All right. All right, Eric. So this is a president's tax for you, also. So minus 1 dice 6 for combat. You just displayed a power, so it's plus 1 dice 6. Plus 1 dice 6 because of your reputation.
I think you get that extreme violence bonus again.
I was getting to that, so it's another 2 dice 6. So we're up to 8.
Does he get a circumstance bonus?
And he's getting a
Or
circumstance
just
bonus because of the confusion that's going on. So 9 dice 6, Eric.
Damn. Okay.
This is.
Don't expect this to work all the time, I'm just saying. But
Oh
Yeah.
no! But this is going to be just a beautiful
Oops.
combo attack from us every so often.
What? No. Friggin' function.
Did you do the knockback macro on accident too?
There we go. That
28.
kind of sucked.
Well, that's actually 15 higher than their ego. The problem they have is the way out is through Grorg.
For the record,
They could always jump in the hole.
I'm gonna just like slide out now. And
Well, Skitch does have his gun pointed at you at the moment.
oh,
So,
I'm gonna try to do it anyway.
all right. So Skitch, Speed Demon appears to be leaving Skitch. He's moving surprisingly slowly.
I sort of blink a bit, then run after him.
And at this point, I'm gonna be shapeshifting back to the other form. Final form.
And then after that, you see Speed Demon unconscious on the ground, twitching with electricity sparks occasionally coming off, and me just kind of blowing the barrels.
If I see that, that's going to immediately not make. I'm going to immediately catch on to this. So
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna turn around, see what I'm
Honestly,
gonna
at this point,
do.
And
yeah.
I'm just gonna put my my hand to my lips and just go, just like try to shush you without doing anything.
the mooks are going to surrender, honestly. Because they're like, well, we'll be arrested. They'll be arrested, and maybe they'll be able to. Maybe they'll get lawyers that can get them out or something. As opposed to, they'll shoot Grorg a bunch. It'll annoy him. Eventually, Anvil will get back up here, but Grorg will probably just do something stupid to him.
Like throw him back through the hole.
As soon as I turn the corner and probably am out of sight here and run into Krista, and she does this, Trent looks, sees Speed Demon there, looks back, reaches back into his jacket, and hands Krista a bunch of zip ties. He says, "Get to work."
All right.
Zip tie cuffs, basically.
Right. So eventually the cops
Yeah,
will.
basically cocoon him in zip ties.
All right. So Sketch,
toss some
you have two
to,
super criminals. Oh, God damn it! I keep forgetting push to talk. Out of the habit.
I'll toss some to the maid, and we'll get to cocooning him.
I catch
So
several
what,
of
the-
I catch several of the rings of zip ties on the barrels of my pistols.
So Sketch, who are you calling in right now?
What do you mean, who am I calling in?
Well, you've got this cop that's running. You do have to call it in.
Right.
You have there are a couple of different things that you can call.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the precinct. Technically speaking, there are super criminals involved here,
Right.
which means
NSEA.
NSEA.
It's like I basically will I move to make an initial call to the precinct, and then I sort of pause. I'm like, damn it.
Then you
Get the feds
realize,
involved.
slowly you realize.
Yes, you realize you actually have to call the feds.
I'll call him up. And also, and I also just say to Krista, make sure Grendelkin doesn't rough him up. If they surrender, we take him in.
So you call NSEA headquarters.
Yes.
You hear a feeble voice. NSEA headquarters. How may I direct your call?
Yes, this is Detective Trenton Riley with Star City. I forget which precinct my character is actually in.
You
It
pick up,
This
was-
MGD.
Yeah.
Precinct 13.
Yeah, it's like we should. We have a situation. We have a situation down at the Anders conglomerated building involving two supervillains, Speed Demon and was it Anvil?
yes.
Speed Demon and Anvil. At least one of them is in direct availability for custody, but we're gonna need some of your boys down here.
Agent. Sorry, excuse me. That's me clearing my throat.
Yeah.
Agents Smith and Chen are en route as we speak to the Anders building. They should be there momentarily, actually, from what I understand. They were bringing stuff to help incarcerate supers, so they should be there shortly to help you out. I'll note that in the logs, though. Thank you for your call, Detective.
Sure thing.
You hear large. You see a couple of black NSEA vehicles pulling up, including one large sort of the type of van they use to transport super criminals.
As an aside, I just want to say that while we're waiting for like the van and whatnot to come, anytime Speed Demon looks like he's starting to rouse into consciousness, I'm just going to shoot him with another taser shot.
I figured.
And after he gets off the phone, I'm going to nudge Trenton there and go, as far as the what is the
NSEA.
NSCA? As far as the NSCA is concerned, I'm not a super.
Noted. Anyway, as long as you're in there dealing with the goons, I will avoid talking about this.
Got it. Good. Good.
Just got them all lined up with their
Hey,
guns.
Gretel kid!
What?
You're not roughing them up, are you?
I don't know. Am I? Do
They
something.
surrendered. Hey, they surrendered.
Do something. I'm glaring at just a random one. Do something.
He's there
Do
going.
something.
I surrendered. I'm not doing anything.
Jumping jacks.
But yeah, so out of the lead van,
Openly.
so out of the SUV in front, two agents get out. Both Grorg and well, actually, all of you do recognize is the head of the NSEA in Star City, Agent Donovan Smith. He gets out, with his suit, his white hair, and his you can't see his eyes behind his particularly weird gold-colored eyes behind his glasses. Walks up and says, "Ah, Detective Riley. So you figured out this is the actual plan too, huh? Well done.
Well,
You actually beat me here. I'm actually kind of well, given that Anvil's here, probably for the best, to be totally honest."
well, Anvil is still here, technically, just a few stories down, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, at this point, Anvil comes storming back up. Troll, I'm gonna. Oh crap! Fuck.
No, we can dance.
Well, Gretel.
He basically puts his hand behind and says, "I want a lawyer."
Yeah. Anyway,
He's like, I could probably. He's like, it's like, all the Doom agents have surrendered. Speedium's out of the fight. Grendelson is smarter than I thought. And the NSCA is here. They probably have some wacky doodad that'll piss me off. Fuck it. I want a lawyer.
yes. In either case, yes, we were able to get here ahead of time. Unfortunately, stop them before they seem to have gone any deeper into the establishment. So damage seems to be kept to a minimum, and through the efforts of the others that joined me here, the supers were contained fairly effectively.
Excellent. Chen walks up, he sort of gives you a sort of friendly smile. Chen is widely regarded as he's like the nice guy agent of the two. He's a long-time partner of Smith's. They worked together for a long time. Smith is not a bad guy, but he's kind of
Personal skills are kind of ungood.
He's the one who's part demon, right?
Right.
No. He's the human
That's
computer.
strange.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No. Now, I suspect that Smith is annoyed that I figured this out and got it before he did.
You can't tell by looking at him unless you knew him really, really well.
Right, but I'm just out of character suspecting that he's annoyed.
Oh, yes.
that some cop figured this out before he did, effectively.
See, some detective figured out this out before the human computer did. He sort of walks in, surveys the scene. Yeah. Oh, God, it's Grendelson. Grorg, what are you... Oh, right, you're helping out. How are you doing, Grendelson? Grendelkin.
Well enough.
Good. The whole
groceries have been damaged by these filthy little shits. I expect I expect reparations.
Reparations?
Your groceries?
My groceries. I have curdled milk all over my leg. Look. It's caught in the fur.
He looks down, looks up at you, looks down. Sighs. $40 cover it?
Yes.
Pulls out a purple 20s and hands it to you. He looks at the hole in the floor, looks over at Anvil, looks at the whole floor, looks at you, chuckles.
$40 cover it.
No, he's not even asking. He just chuckles. He says, "It always amazes me how often other super strong guys underestimate your intelligence, Grorg. I swear to God." Yo, Anvil, he's not a moron.
Behind Smith, I'm making faces at him.
That's kind of what amazes me. Like, he's been around for at least over a millennium, isn't it?
Yeah. He's from the Viking Age.
He's picked up tricks. Even if he was really thick, he has a lot of experience.
Yes. And eventually we'll probably...
the same principle that drives, what's his name? The Green Knight.
Berkelak?
Berkelak, yeah.
Oh, Grorg and Berkelak probably hate each other.
Yeah, we're not
sure.
friends.
But I imagine that, Berkelak is dumber than Grorg, but I imagine that he's just as good of a fighter in the respect of, he knows a lot of tricks at this point.
But he sort of... I mean, he looks back at Anvil. That was an obvious ploy for someone of your mass. I mean, really. How thick are you? Never mind. Why do I argue with supervillains? I
As
don't.
thick as a brick.
I'd like to imagine that in response to that, he just like rotes off his density by mass.
Right. Well, Chen, I guess we should start booking these people. Actually, he looks over at Skitch's character at Detective Riley.
Right.
Riley,
Yeah. What?
you guys want to handle the Doom agents? We'll take the two supers.
Sure. I'll call in the boys for it.
Might as well divvy it up between the two of us.
Might as well. I suspect the other.
Oh, there's
will.
a jurisdictional pissing match over the Doom agents. I'm surprised.
A bit of a. I suspect that the Doom agents are a bit beneath what you all operate under.
Technically, I think due to the fact they use super technology, they kind of fall under Bailiwick, but fuck it.
Right. Well,
Also,
sure.
honestly, you guys got here first. It's your caller, to be totally honest. It's just that we have the facilities to contain these two, so.
Right.
Yeah, this is your. He says, "Yeah, Riley, this is your caller. As much as it pains me to say that, it's your caller." So, all right.
Duly noted.
So yeah, the cops show up at about the same time the press does.
Before the press starts showing up, Ekaterina is going to put her hand to her ear again. Situation secure, Master Maximus.
Most excellent. Do make sure to stay around for good PR.
Of course, Master Maximus.
I assume you know how to handle it.
Of course.
Very good. I expect to see you though within. Oh, I don't know. Before dinner at least.
Yes, sir, Master Maximus.
Very well. Ta-ta.
Remember, mongering idiots. I'll see you later, and I'll burrow away.
Looks at the press and is like, and then it just digs a hole and goes away.
Press are like,
Rally.
the reporters are all like, but they're like, but we. I guess we'll interview the cleaner. That'll do. Oh, and Detective Riley here. Cool. We got two people we can talk to because they know better than to try to interview Agent Smith. At this point.
He just shouts so many numbers at them, their computers explode.
Oh no!
1100.
No. He's unfailingly polite, and he's just very good at saying nothing while speaking a lot of words.
He doesn't say anything that
Right,
makes
right.
news.
Right.
Right.
It's like they parse everything. He says he spoke for like 5 minutes and said actually nothing. How do you do that? But yes.
I will literally meld into a crowd and go away.
Actually, as the presser after the press interview is finished, you get a sort of you get a little beep in your comm.
I excuse myself and answer it.
Katerina,
Yes, Master Maximus.
who else was there assisting you, if I may ask?
Local detective by the name of Riley, a troll, Grendelkin, and a shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter. Interesting. Find out from Riley or I guess Agent Smith if possible to get in touch with any of these people. I may have the inklings of an idea.
Yes, Master Maximus.
Good.
I realize that I'm like phasing in and out of the accent. I'm trying to remember that I have to use that.
That's fine. And that basically is going to wrap up this session.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what Riley would have been like during the press interviews, just sort of like do a mixture of dodging questions among other things. It's like it tells what happened in there. Whatever happened in there is contained and taken care of, and the threat that was present has been neutralized. While I'm sure The rest of the Star City Police Force is taking care of other attacks targeted throughout the city. Just going through those sort of questions.
Right. And, yes.
Whereas, Ekaterina's basically spouting off propaganda about the various companies that Maximus Kaisar owns and how his technology has helped preserve the peace in the city on such a trying day, etc.
Yep. So, and that will wrap up this session this week. Everybody earns 2 experience points.
Woo!
Hooray!
And we will meet again next set. We'll have another. I think we'll probably be doing this again next week, since I think Nick is working next week also. We'll see. I'll talk with Nick during the week.
Yeah, we'll find out with Nick.
Yes. But that's going to do it for this week. Next week, Maximus Kaisar may be trying to put together his own super team. Largely because at this is the point where I think he's figured out at this point that Dr. Knight is probably behind the Sentinels, and he figures, it's good PR for Knight. And he's not. Anyways, you'll see when we cover it next session. But that's probably what's going to be happening, just for you guys, just so that the players know. Anyways, guys, thank you guys. For the people who are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. For those of you watching it live, double plus, thank you so much for watching. We do the role-playing games every Saturday at roughly about 2 p.m. Eastern, maybe sometimes a little bit later, on twitch.tv/MechaGM. If you watch it on YouTube, hit like and subscribe. You'll know when new episodes go up on YouTube. And thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Take care, guys, and see you soon.